Mary J, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the live. My name is King Hoodie. I'm a recording artist from Miami-Dade County, Florida. I make music. Welcome to the live. If this is your first time coming into my live, make sure to tap the screen. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to share the live. And y'all make sure to follow me, man. If this is your first time here, follow me, follow me, follow me. I'm new to the platform. I'm building up a dope space. I really want people to be able to come up in here, have dope conversations. This is a conversation for dope spaces, all right? I'm live on my TikTok, but I believe I'm also live on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. So that's what it is. My Instagram, to all my people on Instagram, I'm sorry there's a mega delay. I'm very new to this like multiple streaming type of vibe, but it's a mega delay happening right now. So I'm gonna definitely get it popping. I'm gonna figure this out eventually. But y'all tap in. Let me see. Edit. 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 Oh, hold up. 1 second. What's up? How y'all feeling this morning, man? Talk to me. What's up? Where everybody at? What everybody up to? Let me see. Let me see. Huh. Cool. 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 What's up? Welcome to the live, man. My name is King Hoodie. I'm a recording artist from Miami-Dade County, Florida. Timothy, good morning, bro. Don't have time, but we'll be back. Just wanted to say hello. What's up, Timothy? How you feeling? Welcome to the live. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Yo, if this is your first time on my live, let me see. Okay. Big Yak, appreciate it. Perfect Teeth, what a gem. Maya, what up, Maya? How you feeling? Welcome to the live. Yo, if you're not already following, y'all make sure to tap the screen. Keep tapping the screen. And share the live if you're not already sharing it. And follow me if you're not already following me. Apologies if I'm looking both ways. I'm very much so paying attention, but I just figured out how to multi-stream and go live on multiple platforms. So, you know, we out here. Maya, I'm feeling great. Feeling great now. You have good energy. What's up, Maya? How you feeling? Welcome to the live. Susie? Is that Susie? Thank you for the follow. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. And y'all make sure to follow me if you're not already following me, man. I'm new to the platform. I'm building it up. So let's get it popping. All right, cool. Yo, to all my people on Instagram, what's up? Galliano, what's up? Good morning. Good morning, Galliano. Welcome to the live. I don't even need to do it like that. Seneca, I've not seen you on Big O in a while. Hope all is well. Seneca on YouTube, yeah. Apologize. I definitely ain't been on Big O. I'm streaming now on TikTok, so you gotta jump on TikTok and holler at me, man. TikTok is really where it's at, so I'm loving it. Susie, what up, Susie? How you feeling? Maya, oh shit, I got a round of applause. That's right, Susie, you already know. And I'm trying to figure out how to make this play from my Bluetooth speaker. What y'all up to today, man? How y'all feeling? Again, my name is King Hoodie. I make music. I like going live. And these spaces in here is really for like vibes. It's really for dope conversation, for people with like dope vibes to really come in here and kick it and have a vibe, man. Like I love having good conversations, and ever since I've been going live, I've been having some bomb ass conversations with some bomb ass people. So I just want to make it. I actually want to really create a space to like really just people could like tap in, you know what I'm saying? Like we could just share dope information and have dope content, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Say bars, you look easy to knock out. That's a lie, Jay. That's an absolute lie. You gonna have a hard time fucking with me, I promise. But yeah, how y'all feeling, man? Welcome to the live. How he look like 8 different races? Cause I'm good looking, homie. That's how I look like 8 different races, cause I'm good looking. When you good looking, you a little bit of everything, you feel me? Cute for a stud. All right, I'm gonna have to get you out of here, Jay. Have a good day. Yeah. And you know what's funny? I actually have gotten that stud comment before. I feel like people on another platform was like, I feel like people, I feel like people on another platform definitely. Somebody once told me that was like, "Yo, were you born a man?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm born a man." Like I don't know what to say. I know I got soft features, but you know what I'm saying. I'm born as what I am. You feel me? I don't know which way to like move around that. You feel me? So that's what we on. Man, this is cool. I just learned a way to like live stream on everything. So like I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time, and I'm also streaming on Instagram, and I'm also streaming on TikTok. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live, and y'all make sure to follow me if you're not already following me. Again, my name is King Hoodie. I make music, and we jump up in the space to have a vibe. Jazzy, thank you for the follow. Have a beautiful day, love. Thank you, Lady Love. Have a beautiful day. Susie, no negativity all 2024. Susie, that's how we going. No negativity all 2024. We ain't got no time for that extra shit. Tell him. I gotta tell him, Jazzy, we ain't got no time for that. I don't know what homie was talking about. He just wanted some attention. But yeah, you can't have that kind of attention in here. We good. I wasn't for real. You good looking, bro. Wait a minute. Is this the same dude I just muted? But you got 2 pages, bro? I know I just muted you, dog. How'd you get unmuted? I wasn't for real. You good looking. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate the comment. I'm gonna mute you on this page too, cause I just got to. But yeah. No, I'm not gonna add that. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, Jay, thank you for the follow. Sir, get off my screen looking this fine. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be doing my best. I mean, I feel like, first off, let me just say this too. I wasn't always like, I did not always hear that. When I was younger, man, I knew I was ugly. Like, me and my family, we grew up real rough, and I had really bad teeth, and I was wearing my sister's hand-me-downs. I ain't even had no brothers. So, like, you know, kids in elementary school and middle school and even high school, they could be vicious. So I knew I was ugly growing up as a kid. But when I realized that I was ugly, because girls told me I was ugly, boys told me I was, everybody told me I was ugly, because I had really bad teeth too. So after I realized and it sunk into me that I was ugly, I was like, okay, cool. So I may not be the coolest, I may not be the biggest, I may not be the flyest, and I'm not handsome, but if I got a good personality, then I'll be able to get something. You feel me? Then I'll be able to like to win. You feel me? Then like, okay, cool. I used to have this strategy in my mind. Like I would, every school year as a little boy, you like a little girl. So I'm like, okay, if I could get the girl in my class that I like to sit next to me, if she could end up sitting next to me, I can end up sitting next to her. Over the course of the year, I know I'm ugly, but over the course of the year, I will be able to win her over. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to win her over time with my personality. You feel me? My personality is where I'm gonna get it at. And bro, it's crazy because that was middle school, and then high school, girls just immediately started changing. They're like, oh, I guess I was chubbier. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, you look different. Your hair is longer, and you look different. I'm like, nah, I don't look different. You just told me I was ugly last summer. I don't look different. You're different. And so yeah, to say that, to say like, one, I don't think people could really take credit for being good looking. Like God really did it. All glory to God. But at the same time too, I feel like I'm definitely the frog prince, man. I know what it's like to like know that you're ugly. To walk inside a place and just wanna just like fade into the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got bullied a lot as a kid, and I actually talk about that a lot in my lives. I know what it's like to just want to like fade into the background. It's like, man, I just want to disappear in here. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you for the compliment, and I appreciate it. And if I get weird when people try to like say I'm good looking or something like that, it's only because like even as an adult, I'm still mentally getting used to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't grow up hearing that at all. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Ashley Duh. Jazzy, where you from? I'm from Miami, Jazzy. North Miami Beach to be exact. I like your chairs in the back. Okay. Those? You like those chairs? That's what's up. I can't remember where I got them from. I think after my mother passed away, I just took it from her house. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Far from ugly duckling. Susie. Hey, thank you, Susie. I appreciate you. Chrissy, thank you for the follow. And thank y'all for tapping the screen, man. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. And y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. And y'all help me reach my live goal up here. I got a live goal of these like 10 of these little heart things up here. So I'm looking to get 10 of these little heart things up here. Again, I'm new to the platform, so I'm looking for the ways to like make it work. And because 2 days ago I just finally reached 1,000 followers, like that's how you know I'm really new to this shit. I just got to 1,000 followers. They open up the subscriptions for me. They allow me to like get subscriptions now. So now I need one more person to subscribe to me, and then I reach the subscription goal. Thank you, Susie. I appreciate you. How y'all feeling, man? What y'all up to? Welcome to the live. Oh, Shani, how old are you? I'm 30. I was born July 27, 1993 in Miami-Dade County, Florida, Jackson Memorial Hospital. So I just turned 30 in July. Thank you, Active, for the follow. Javern, thank you for the follow. Keys, thank you for the follow. Appreciate y'all, man. For real. Want to make sure. Good morning. What up? Good morning, Mo. Give yourself some grace. Dami does it. Thank you, Dami. I definitely got to give myself some. I be working on it. Better get used to it, young one. Thank you, Chrissy. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's definitely like learning. Like I gotta learn, and I think when you a kid and like certain stuff happen to you, it affects your self-esteem, bro. I'll be honest with you. Like me, I'm still a work in progress when it comes to like my self-esteem. You feel me? Like I don't know, bro. I'm definitely a work in progress when it comes to my self-esteem. It's just like, man, you gotta work on it. You gotta build it up. You gotta like get yourself to a certain place that you comfortable with, and it's. For some of us, like it's a challenge, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a straight up challenge, depending on how you was when you grew up and what people told you and like the stuff that got put into your head. It's a challenge. Corridors, aka Mr. Styles, appreciate you. Shaw Medina, what's up, Shaw Medina? How you feeling? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, Shaw. Latoya, thank you for the follow. Mo, thank you for the follow. Boo Queen, what's up, Boo? Blessed day. What up, boo? Are you gonna do any music in Spanish? Leslie. What up, Leslie? How you doing? Good morning. Music in Spanish. That's actually a great question. My mother, man, she always told me like, yo, when you gonna make some Spanish songs? We gonna make some Spanish songs. And I'm like, man, I would like to. I'm just like, I guess I get nervous because I didn't have a proper training in Spanish. I learned Spanish watching novelas with my mother, and whatever she was watching on TV, she would just explain it to me what was happening. So yo entiende más mejor que yo puedo hablarlo, pero like I can talk. I can talk that talk when I need to, but I guess I'm a little nervous about that too. Jazzy. 30 gang all day. That head nod. It's Ali. The head nod. I'm sorry, did I do it? Alex. Good morning, Alex. How you feeling? Love from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. All right, what's up? What's up, Mr. Styles? Fort Lauderdale, that's what's up. We in Miami. Dami does it. Your music is real inspirational. Keep going for real. I definitely will, Dami. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yo, I got a really dope song called Turn the Lights Out in America. It's dropping this Thursday, actually. So the day after tomorrow, the 29th, I got a brand new song called Turn the Lights Out in America dropping. It's a fire song. It's like a real big song. And it's a song that I wrote it like in the realm of like, I can't wait to perform this on Jimmy Kimmel Live or something like that. Shanique, thank you for the follow. Let me see. Mia, good morning, Mia. How you feeling? You Native American. Brina. Brina. How do I say this? Native American. My grandmother on my mother's side is Taino Indian from Puerto Rico. So I don't know if that's a yes or a no, because I don't think anybody really knows where the Native Americans originated from. I guess they originated from America. I don't know if there's a connection between Taino Indians and Native American Indians. I guess that's my question right there. Like I really don't know the difference. But yeah, so I do got some Indian in me. Like my grandma, they called her La India because it's like Spanish and you're Indian. So yeah. LV, peace and blessings, same positive vibes. LV, what's up, LV? Shani, what's your ethnicity? My ethnicity, I am Puerto Rican and Haitian. So my mother's Puerto Rican from the Bronx and my father is Haitian from Haiti. My father's Haitian. He's from Port-au-Prince. When he was like 16, 17, he moved to New York. I think he was there for like 2 years. Then he got deported back to Haiti. And then when he was in New York, funny little story, he met a girl at a mall. And then he just kind of stayed talking to her like on some pen pal shit. And she had a family at the time. She had like a husband and some kids. But I guess she like fell in love with him via messages or something. And so he ended up telling her like, yo, I really want to leave Haiti, go to California, fly to California to live with my dad and pursue acting. So this girl sent him the money that he needed to get all his paperwork together and the money he needed to get a plane ticket to fly to California. He flew to California, met with his dad. His dad gave him like a month to get a job. Like, yo, you got to get a job and you got to move out of my house. I'm going to give you a month. And then like a week later, he was like, yo, you got to leave. And so my father he hit the hustle. Like he went outside, he got a job at a restaurant, and he ended up like finding somebody he could stay with. And he built himself up from that kind of environment. He ended up making so much money working at this restaurant that he ended up flying all his brothers out and that girl from New York that had like hooked him up early on. And he put everybody in the house. He put everybody on getting money out there, and he really like built himself up in Cali. And then he ended up getting into music management. He wanted to manage a reggae artist. He ended up coming down to Miami for like a reggae festival, and on the beach in Miami is where he met my mother. And then that's how that story goes. And then after that, that's me. So Shannon, that was a long way, but that's what it is. Susie, I'm Puerto Rican. He is Haitian and Puerto Rican, I think. Yes, Mia, thank you. Listen to Jose. Yo, my father loved Jose. Like, that's his world. Like, he loved that. Leslie, what happened to the... Let me see. Hold up. What happened to the bust down 20-inch jet black? Okay, hold up. You saw that, huh, Boo Queen? You saw that video. I'm telling you, see that? Bust down 20-inch. Yo, that's funny. Somebody else on Instagram said the same shit. Like, now you got the 20-inch bust down, I'm like, yeah, man, when I straighten my hair, it get crazy. There was a dude in here before you came here, Boo Queen, that thought I was a lesbian, I think. You were like, yo, you're handsome for a stud. And I'm like, bro, I'm not a stud. I was born a boy. What are we talking about? I can't help this. Ambry, what up? Jermaine Ferris, are you Native American and black? I guess technically, yeah, again, I don't know. I don't know what Taino Indian, I don't know if I can say I'm Native American. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can say that, but it's funny because like my grandmother's Taino Indian and I'm Haitian and Puerto Rican, but I guess my features come across as Native American because people tell me that shit too. I was running down the street, some lady, she said it in Spanish. She said, "Tu parece como un indio," and she said it in Spanish. I'm like, "Oh, you look like an Indian." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like, okay. I mean, I'm Haitian and Puerto Rican to the best of my knowledge. I don't know about the Indian part. I'm with it though, especially if they owe me reparations. You feel what I'm talking about? If they owe me reparations, I'm not on that side of the team where it's like, oh, I ain't gonna get no money. I'm like, nah, bro, if you owe some reparations, I came for every dollar that's owed to my people. Beauty, good morning, Beauty. How you feeling? Anyways, you're beautiful either way it goes. Thank you, Jermaine Ferris. I just meant Indian. I am. Brandon, you Indian? That's what's up. What kind of Indian? Eddie G, what up? Eddie G, the Rizzler, what up? Super Saiyan Pop, you play GTA 5? It's interesting, man, because, man, I can't remember the last time I actually played a video game, yo. I had a PlayStation 3 like in 2010 or something, and it broke, and I took it to get fixed, and the dude was like, it'll cost you the same amount of money to get a new PlayStation as it will be to fix this. And so I was like, man, keep that shit. I just left it. I was like, man, fuck games. I'm gonna get money. So yeah, I haven't played games in a long time. Yes, Cali's where it's at. Beauty, for real, Cali is where it's at. Boo Queen, you could just incorporate a little bit. It does not necessarily need to be a whole Spanish verse or a song. That's true. I've been looking for ways to like incorporate it. I wrote a song recently where I said I had a little Spanish cadence in it, and I enjoyed it. You feel me? So, but man, if I really like go hard and start branching onto the Spanish side, I think I'm a little like ashamed too, cause I feel like my Spanish isn't great. So, you know, I don't know how that's gonna come across, cause I could go and rap a whole Spanish song if I write it out, but then I gotta talk and speak to people in Spanish for a long period of time, and I think that's where I get my nervousness from, cause I'm like, fuck. My Spanish is terrible. That sounds like a movie. I'm telling you, Mia, it is. It definitely was a movie. That's dope though, right? What a blessing story, right? Fly on, you are not it. Maybe not. Charles Anthony, good morning. Good morning, Charles. How you feeling? My TikTok is acting up. I'm not seeing none of what you're reading. Really? You're not seeing none of the comments, Beauty? Wait, am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Tyvon, you see that message didn't come in. Tyvon said, you know you ugly when everybody tell you. That's tough. That's super tough. Come get your kids. Molly, what the kids at, Molly? I had to double back, like, hold up. But I'm Native American and my boy cousin's hair look like that. Okay, cool. All right, you full Native American? Neither is Drake's or Selena Gomez, but the hits are a bop. Honestly speaking, that's very true. That's very true. So I probably do just got to tap into my Puerto Rican side and really get crazy with it. I mean, the biggest Spanish rapper in the world right now is Puerto Rican. It actually been like that for a long time. Like Daddy Yankee was one of the biggest. Like Theo Calderon and Don Omar. Actually, I don't know where Don Omar is from, but like they was pretty big. And now, what's his name? Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's actually from the same area that my family's from in Puerto Rico. Like I believe he's from Vega Baja, or at least he worked there. Good morning, Texas Homegrown. What up? I can see now. I had to leave and come back. Okay, cool. We up. Lisa Life Lovely. What's up, Lisa Life Lovely? Welcome to the live. Hope you feeling good. Yeah, this thing was not connecting to nothing. But you know what I'm gonna do? Where were you? Anybody got a song request? Because man, I'm feeling good, man. Today's just one of them days where you just wake up and you kind of like feeling good, and it feels good because like other days you might just not feel that good. So I'm feeling good today. Let me see, Beauty. Just stopping to say good morning. Have a good day. If you go live later today, I'm there. Appreciate you, Beauty. Thanks for tapping in. Where you from? Exclusively Dior. I'm from Miami. Born and raised in Miami, Florida. North Miami Beach to be exact. Good morning, Texas Homegrown. How you feeling? Rolanda Johnson. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Good morning, Rolanda. How you feeling? Welcome to the live. Yo, y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. And y'all make sure to follow me if you're not already following me. And at the same time, help me reach my live goal up here. You see these little 10 heart things up here? That's what we're working on. We're working on getting them 10 things. And subscribe to me. I just need one more subscriber to reach the subscriber goal up here. I just hit 1,000 followers, so they allow me to get subscribers, so we lit. And I'm excited about that because that's really cool. Now I can like create like a little, what's the kind of space? Like a little like private area. You know what I'm saying? Guilty pleasure of mine is listening to Shawn Mendes. I'll be honest. I thought this nigga was some pop whoever, but I like his music. Not full, 1/4, but the trace display like crazy. Boo Queen. You know what's crazy, Boo Queen? Every time I looked at your picture, for this whole time, I was like, she looks Spanish to me. I always thought you were Spanish. David, thank you for the follow. MB So Cold, thank you for the follow. Jasmine Marie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate y'all. 10191, hi, what up, 101? How you feeling? Welcome to the live. Yeah, Boo Queen, I don't know why. In my mind, I was always like, you seem Spanish to me. But at the same time, I think it's because every time I went live on like every platform I've ever been on, I feel like I've always gotten a lot of Spanish people from Texas that just tapped in. You know what I'm saying? 10191. How you feeling? You feeling good today? Yeah, y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. Help me reach my live goal. And this space is really for dope conversations. You know what I'm saying? Dope conversations and vibes. I think I was just a little overzealous screaming a second ago because I was just having so much fun. But I want to make sure that everything is looking the way that it's supposed to. Right. I guess it's as bright as we getting right now. Oh, Lord. That was terrible. Well, here we go. Man. Some smooth jazz or something. I don't think this counts as smooth jazz. Yeah. Let me see. 101, how are you? I'm good, 101. How are you? Welcome to the live, man. This is a space for dope people and dope conversations. We like having vibes up in here in the morning, and we like talking about positivity. We like talking about books, good books to read. We like talking about good movies to read and good experiences. We also like talking about how to get ahead. Yo, last night I did a test, right? I did a test live just to see if like my live would like work properly when I went to set it up on Instagram and YouTube. Because right now we officially streaming on not only TikTok but Instagram and YouTube at the same time, so we getting it popping. I did the test last night and I ended up giving like a whole 2-hour live, and I ended up talking about like financial literacy and how to get your credit right on some random shit. But that's just how it was. Let me see. Light Taliana 16. You might have to DM that to me, 101. You might have to DM that to me, but I'll definitely follow. I can't learn Spanish to save my life. I'm sure none of that is in the coding. That's crazy. You can learn it. You can learn it. Look, the way that I learned Spanish, I was just watching Spanish television. Like if you just tap into Spanish TV, You gotta watch novelas, and you gotta pick a side. I'll tell you that, because there's two major Spanish networks that like go to war. You got Telemundo, and then you got Univision. Univision is where the real ones is at. Telemundo is where the bougie ones is at. That's how my mother put me onto it. Like Telemundo is like, she like, my mother was put me on it. Like Puerto Ricans watch Univision, and like Mexican people watch Telemundo. So like, you gotta choose one. You gotta pick your poison. But if you watch some of them programs, you're gonna get so caught up in the story, you're gonna start understanding that shit. You're gonna be like, oh, I know what he just said. He just said some bullshit. I know it. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep liking the live. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. Every time you tap the screen, it makes the live more visible so that more people could jump in and more people could like just get engaged and get involved, and we building the community out here. And help me reach my live goal up here. These hand hearts. Oh wait, these aren't hand hearts. These are heart hearts. What's your favorite telenovela? I'll tell you what. There's a novela that came out. It came out like in 2004, because I remember I was in elementary school watching this shit. It's called Ruby, R-U-B-Y. It's about this chick. She's fine, like she's fine, like fine Spanish girl, but she's real bougie. She's bougie and she's superficial, and she's like just really kind of not a good person, and she's poor. She don't come from money. So she's like the finest girl in the school. Everybody want to date her. She's like a singer. I think she's about to graduate. But she's real bougie and superficial. And then she got a homegirl who's like, her homegirl got like I want to say she walked with like a limp or something. She got like a cast on her leg and she walked with a limp. But her homegirl is super sweet, super nice, super caring and considerate. But her homegirl is rich. So this chick, the bougie chick, is poor, but she'll do anything to get money. Like she'll scam you, she'll con you, she'll do it to seduce you to get money. And she fine, she could do it. And her homegirl that's a little like nicer and more like humble, she's really rich. Like her family's rich. And so what ended up happening is her homegirl, who's the nice one, she got like a boyfriend that lives in the States. He's like a boyfriend. They really just be texting and messaging over the internet. And so she's like, yo, I'm finally gonna meet, my boyfriend in real life. He's gonna come down to Mexico. We're gonna have a date. We're gonna be together. Because it was really like a virtual relationship. They were about to make it real. But they was in love. And so homegirl's like, all right, cool. So what happens is they end up doing a double date. She's like, oh, he got a friend too. So I'm gonna bring the friend for you. And so Ruby is like, okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna hang out with my rich homegirl and some rich niggas. I'm gonna get it popping. So the girl brings her boyfriend and they all lovey-dovey. And then the boyfriend brings a friend. And so Ruby ends up falling with this guy. So the guy says he's a doctor. And so Ruby, she's all like, again, she's like, she don't got no money. She's poor, but she's like bougie and she want money and she's scandalous. She'll do whatever she got to do to get her money. So when she hear that this dude is a doctor, she's like, oh, okay, cool. He got money. So she really started getting in Your Hopeless Romantic showing. Hey, man, yo, for real. I definitely am a hopeless romantic, I think. I don't know the definition of hopeless romantic, but like, I definitely be loving love, yo. I love to see love, man. Love is a vibe. Because love is so special if you really break it down. Like, there's way more hate out here, I think, than love, But she ended up, like, falling for this guy. Like, she ended up really falling for the doctor guy. But then she finds out, she's like, oh, why, like, pay for this. She wanted him to pay for something. He's like, oh, no, I can't afford that right now. He's like, why you can't afford it? You a doctor? He said, I'm not a doctor right now. I'm in medical school. And she's like, what are you talking about? You're not a doctor. Like, no, I'm not a doctor. I'm in medical school. Like, I don't got no money. I'm poor. I live right around the corner. But I'm in medical school. One day I'll be a doctor. And so she got pissed off. She's like, what? She said, get off me. You a bum. You poor. You stupid. All this stuff. Whoa, where the laughs coming from? The laughs come from the app. They got this little button I can push. So it's like a live audience. You set it off when the vibes come right. Amanda, how you feeling? So yeah. So she ended up trying that dude. She ended up like shitting on him, being like, man, get the fuck off me. You a bum. I ain't gonna talk to you. Dasha, thank you for that. Appreciate you. Is it Dasha or Daisha? Dasha, appreciate you. Boo Queen, all these long distance term best love story ever narratives. Right, it's crazy. Shaw Medina, thank you for the follow, Shaw. Daisha, right, Daisha. Okay, perfect. Man, I remember there was a girl named Daisha in my middle school, man. Everybody had a crush on Daisha, boy. Daisha. Oh, snap. It's just a flashback. CX. Good morning, CX. How you feeling? Amanda, you cute. Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate you. Thank you for the follow, Amanda. I appreciate you. Shaw Medina, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gift, Shot. Appreciate you. Thank you for making it rain on me. And Shot just got my #1 gifter badge. You the #1 gift of the day. Appreciate you, Shot. How are you, my brother? I'm good. CX, how you feeling? Good. Good morning. Welcome. Daisha, quit distracting him from the story. Appreciate you, Daisha. Sha Medina, you're welcome. Thank you, Sha. Appreciate you. Q, what up, Q? Welcome to the live. Hey, this is my videographer, Q. Y'all gotta follow Q. He the homie. He a part of my team in real life. He shoot all my videos for me. Sha Medina, appreciate you, Sha. Appreciate you. Sha making it rain on me with the gifts. Appreciate you for the gifts. Appreciate you for the gifts. Appreciate you, Sha. We up in this together. Thank you. Jay Maesters, new here. Good morning, handsome. Good morning, Jay. How you feeling? Welcome to the live, Jay. All right, Boo Queen. I'm gonna get back to the story. So look, so the poor scandalous girl who's fine out this world, and then her cute, humble, but like crippled homegirl is they on this double date now. So her homegirl got this boyfriend that she been like having a pen pal situation with, and it's a vibe. And he brought his homeboy who's a doctor, but then she ended up finding out, oh, he not a doctor, he in medical school. Oh, you poor? Oh, nah. So she starts shitting on him. She like, man, you a piece of shit. Get off of me. I can't stand you. I can't believe you had me falling for you. And she really was like catching feelings for him. But she was like, if he poor, I can't be with him. That's how bougie she was. And she was fine. But that's how bougie she was. And so this scandalous ass homegirl, what she ended up doing is she ended up turning her sights on her best friend's boyfriend. The dude who brought the homie, like his best friend, and the guy who's dating her best friend, she ended up turning her sights on him. Like she just straight cut the corner and was like, hey, because he's an architect. He's an actual architect and he's making money today. The homie that's a doctor, quote unquote, he's in medical school. He's going to make money eventually, but he ain't going to make no money now. And so she just shitted on him. And so she turned her sights on an architect dude and she started getting in his head. She like, yo, you know, I want to be with you. I want to do this. I want to do that. And he's such a sucker. He start falling for that shit. He like, what? Oh my goodness. Like, it must be true love because she's willing to like ruin her friendship. The love must be real. And he's just a stupid ass. Like, he ended up falling for that shit. So him and the girl supposed to get married. They engaged. He ended up leaving this girl at the altar. It's like, oh, where's where my fiance at? He not even there. She ended up finding out he's at the airport. She run to the airport in her wedding dress and she see her friend and the homie about to jump on a plane and clear it to straight up leave the country. And so homegirl, she in her wedding dress, she runs, she see them. And then the scandalous girl, she see her out the corner of her eye, she start making out with the guy. Like this girl is the worst. Like she's the villain. The story's about a straight up villain. This hoe is a villain. I'm telling you. So in the novella, and for those who are just tapping in, hold on, let me answer some of these questions. For those who just tapping in, I'm talking about come in here shaking shit, having flashbacks and shit now. I'm telling you. Nah, man, man, look, the Daisha from my middle school, she had that work. Everybody wanted her. And I was like, I just remember her being somebody everybody kept talking about. Damn, seen that coming. I'm telling you, Boo Queen, I'm telling you. Where you get this story from, sir? Hey, look, I get this story. So Boo Queen asked me, what's my favorite telenovela? We talking about like, so I'm Haitian and Puerto Rican, and my Spanish ain't perfect because I didn't learn Spanish like the proper way. I learned Spanish by watching novelas with my mother. She would just put on her favorite soap operas, Spanish soap opera, telenovela, and she'll just watch it. And so she asked me what my favorite one was, and this was my favorite one. I remember, man, I had to be like 10 or 11 years old, and I'm watching this shit like, damn, every day. And the good thing about the novellas, they hit every night. You don't got to wait a week for an episode. It's like Monday through Friday at 8 o'clock. Me and my OG sitting there watching this TV. I'm like, damn. She fucking up. And this was like one of the finest women I've ever seen like in my life. I'm like, yo, especially as a kid. And even now as an adult, I went back to, you know what I'm saying? What they say that shit? Like when you circle the block or some shit like that. I circled back just to see if she was really fine or was I just a child. And she's really fine to this day. I'm like, damn, this Spanish chick, she fine. My mother used to use the word stunning. And I thought that was interesting. She was like, yo, this chick is stunning. And I'm like, yeah. Ever since then, I started using that verb too. Like, yo, if you fine, you're stunning. Like, you're stunning. That means that, like, you shaking people up. But she was fine, bro. But she was so fucked up in that show. It's crazy. So she started, like, the way the novella continues to go, like, she just end up, like, doing dirt. Like, she just end up being the slimiest. She's just the worst. And it's sad because you kind of feel her. And as the novella goes on, she end up, like, marrying an architect dude, using him for his money, fucking up his mental health, making him damn near suicidal, and I think he ended up dying. She ended up manipulating some other dude with money, but the whole time she keep thinking about the doctor kid. She keep thinking about like the dude who's like, damn, that nigga that was in medical school. Like she's always keep thinking about him. Like she really fell in love with him, but she played him because he ain't had no money. And years later, she ended up seeing him in a newspaper or something like that. She ended up seeing him like a newspaper, and then she tried to circle the block, and then she like, hold up. He ends up being like not only a doctor, he ends up being like a popping ass doctor. He ends up being like a nigga like who's groundbreaking on surgery type shit. So his money is crazy long now. He got money, he got patents, he got respect, he got international acclaim. So now she trying to bend the block and come back like, hey, you know, you the real love of my life. And at that time he was engaged to somebody else. So she ended up breaking into his crib, a surgeon, right? She ended up trying to get a hold of him. He like, man, I don't think so. Hang up on her. But now she's addicted. Now she like, nah, I gotta have this nigga back. Like, first off, you was on my mind when you was poor. I couldn't be with you because you was broke, but you was still on my mind. When I was over here smashing and having sex with all these rich niggas, you was still on my mind. But like, as if anybody cared. We don't care about that shit. But so she tried to bend the block and come back after that one marriage. She done messed it up and ruined that guy's life. She got with another dude who was just an older man who got money, and he just an abuser. He found out, he like, yo, your relationship is on the rocks. Your husband losing his mental health, which means he losing his money, he losing his contracts, he's spending all his bread, trying to keep up with you and your selfish desires. Hey, you might as well just come over here with me. So he just mistreating her and smashed her, this older Spanish guy. So now she ended up seeing this dude in the newspaper. She like, she tried to go back. She tried to like find him and talk to him. He not in, like he got an assistant. She can't even get him on the line. Like she can't even get a hold of him. And so she ended up like finding out where he lived and like, fuck this, I gotta take my chance. So she ended up breaking into this nigga's house. Only to find that he got a fiance. He got another girl. And the other girl know about her. The other girl's like, yo, excuse me, who the fuck are you and why you in my house? And this nigga's house is so nice. It's like a mansion made of glass. He had like, his house was so big and nice, he had a bridge made of glass in his house. You know what I'm saying? When people were just crossing through. But the bridge made of glass come at a cost. So the girl's in there and she's like, yo, you know, I just need to talk to the doctor. Like, I just need to talk to him. And his fiance at the time is like, girl, I know exactly who you are. You ain't getting nowhere next to my husband. You better get the fuck out of my house. And she's like, so they start getting into a little cat fight. It's like, you ain't about to stop me from this. And so she ended up like, nah, fuck that. So they end up fighting. They end up fighting on this glass bridge. The glass break, and the fiance falls through the glass and she dies. So now, and this chick just escapes the house as if she wasn't even there. So the doctor ended up coming home. His wife is dead on some crazy shit. And it's like, what's happening? And now this bitch is like looking through the shadows trying to find a way to like still get in. Like she wasn't complete. She ain't killed a girl. But by them fighting at that time in that place, the glass broke and she died. But, you know, you still broke into the house. So you very much so responsible for that. Hey, what's your zodiac sign? Carly. I'm a Leo, Carly. This could be an actual movie type thing. Honestly, this is a fire story. Like some of these novellas hit hard. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I be doing that. Was this shit really hitting? Or was I just young? I'm telling you, surgeon, right? Yeah, the T, I always heard them telling novellas. Nah, I'm telling you, look, the telenovelas be dope, bro. Like the novellas is fire. The stories is dope. The stories is fire. So the fiance dead now. The surgeon come home. He's all messed up about this shit. And then the only person that knows what happened is the housekeeper. And so Sam, appreciate you, Sam. And so the only person that know what happened, so the girl Ruby, she like, okay, she just escaped the crib. So she like, okay, I'm gonna just act like I wasn't even there. And so dude come home, his wife is dead. He got to go through his fiance. He got to go through the grieving process. And then the only person who knows what happened might have been the housekeeper. So now I think Ruby ended up having to go and do some dirt to the housekeeper to be like, yo, she did something. She like made that bitch go to jail. She did some crazy shit to make sure that the housekeeper was never able to tell him like, oh, Ruby was in the house when your wife died. That's why she actually died, because she broke into the house and she wanted to find you, and your fiance didn't let her get to you, and they end up in a tussle. And so the shit is just crazy, but the shit get deep. The shit go crazy. And by the end of it, I think that the homegirl from the very beginning, she was nice the whole time, and she was a real friend who had that like messed up leg. The doctor who became a popping ass surgeon, he ended up being able to perform surgery on her, so she not crippled or nothing no more. She's good. and she ended up getting a makeover. So now she's beautiful. So now the doctor and the homegirl, like the original homegirl that was married to, to who engaged to the other guy, now they end up getting together. And that's like a match made in heaven. Niggas like, okay, they deserve each other, bruh, because this hoe ruined everybody's life. She ruined 3 lives in one shot. You know what I'm saying? So she crazy. But so they end up getting together. And in the end, she like, the chick Ruby, she's still crazy, still trying to get with the doctor. So like, on his wedding day, she tried to come through and do some crazy shit at their wedding and try to like cause a scene. And something happened. She ended up in a car accident and she fucked her whole shit up. Like, she ended up in a nasty car accident, and this one karma got her. She ended up in a nasty car accident. It's a telenovela. She ended up in a yeah, Sam. It's not a book, but she ends up by the end of it. She tried to like. So finally, the doctor and the homegirl, who ended up, the homegirl was just cool from the start. She didn't want no shit with nobody. She got her heart broken by her friend, by her shitty ass fiance, and she was just lonely throughout the whole show. She finally got the surgery because the doctor homie did the surgery on her, and then they end up kicking a romance. They end up getting together. By the end, last episodes, they about to get married. So this Ruby chick, she not satisfied with that shit. She like, no, I'm about to pull up to that wedding, and they gonna feel my pain. And so she ended up doing some shit trying to like race to the wedding, and karma hit her ass. She ended up in a nasty car accident. By the time she wake up, her face is scarred. Like, right, and mind you, throughout this whole show, she been depending on her beauty to get by. Like, she been depending on she been using all these men because she's fine. Like, she's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So she been depending on her beauty. So now her face is like destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Her face is completely destroyed. She not able to do none of that. So she knew she was only useful as she was beautiful. So she tried to wreck that wedding. She ended up in a car crash. She wake up in the hospital. She's like, where am I? Her face is all bandaged up. She's like, where am I? She's like, oh, miss, we sorry. We found you on the side of the road. You was in a car accident. She's like, what? They got her face all bandaged up. She ended up like, what? What happened to my face? Why I got all these bandages? Like, oh, we're sorry. When we saw you, you was completely disfigured. Like, we couldn't even recognize you for real. We were surprised you were still breathing. So we stitched your face back together the best as we can. And she started screaming in there. She's like, no. She started screaming. So she take all the bandages off and her face is fucked up. She look like a witch now. Like, scar, she like Chucky. Her face is all diced up and crazy. And not only that, she's like, wait a minute. She's like feeling her body, and she lift the sheets up, and she lost a leg. So her face is scarred up and she's missing a leg. So it's like, yo, karma hits you like a ton of bricks. Like, dog. So she's missing a leg and her face is scarred. So she's screaming at the top of her lungs in this dark ass hospital room, feeling all the karma she done did to people. Like, she done ruin people's lives like nobody's business. And now she feeling that thunder. Sam, it's not a book. It's a novella. It's a novella called Ruby. So if you speak Spanish, you can go and just watch this. If you don't speak Spanish, they probably got it in like subtitles or something like that. But yeah, I'm telling you, Boo Queen, man, like, she asked me what my favorite one was, and I'm like, yo, this shit hit like thunder, because this girl was so fine and she was so evil, bro, and she deserved all them L's she took. However, you still fine. So I was still watching it. I was like, damn you fine, and damn you bad, but damn you fine. I'm gonna still watch you because I'm hoping that you just gonna get your shit together. She never got her shit together. That's the sad part. I think that's the sad part about men. Like, when some women are just like naturally God-given beautiful, niggas be giving them 1,000 chances, bro. Like, you got 1,000,000 chances, dog. Cause we be waiting for you to get your shit together. Like, all this beauty going to waste with a spirit like yours, with a soul like yours, bro. Nah, this is a waste. But we just hoping that you get your shit together. She never got her shit together. And mind you, I'm like 11 years old watching this shit. I'm like, damn, she's so fine. When she gonna get it together? And she never got it together. By the end of it, bro, it was just crazy. And like, so she never made it to that wedding. Them people got happy, and she ended up all disfigured. By the last episode, like 20 years done went by, and now there's a new girl walking around. Like 17 years later, a new girl's walking around, and she looked identical to Ruby. Like, she looked identical, but she got blonde hair. And so she ends up like, long story, it ends up being like her niece. Like, her niece ends up looking just like her, and nobody fuck with her. So her niece ends up like finding out where she is, and like goes and hangs out with her like every other day. So pretty much she's all raggedy. She look like a bum. Her niece comes and like brings her food, and then she just like tells her niece and teaches her niece like the game on how to run game on guys. Like, this is what you do to this guy. Make sure to get a guy with money. And so like the story kind of ends on a cliffhanger. Like, okay, so even though she got fucked up and her karma's crazy, she ended up like getting a hold of her niece and like turning her niece into the new her. So it was crazy. The show was crazy as fuck. About time, Karma came straight up, Boo Queen. Was CX, was the doctor the one who did her surgery? Nah. The doctor wasn't the one who did her surgery. Like, that would have been some crazy karma. But nah, he wasn't. He probably would have tried to make her look beautiful. He tell a good story. It's called Ruby. Watch the real thing later. Straight up. I'm telling you. Yeah, man, that shit was deep. I want to say they got it on, like, Tubi or something. Paramount. I don't know. It's one of these streaming sites. But it has like all these novellas on it. You can go watch it. Have an amazing Tuesday. Full circle moment. Straight up. Straight up. Let me see. Boo Queen. I'm telling you. Sam. Yeah, have a good day, Sam. Nay, I'm telling you. Appreciate you, Sam. Can I get your opinion on the song? Brandon Johnson, Pretty Wild Lady. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I might be able to tap in with that. Let me see. Ho ain't learned nothing. Nah, she ain't learned nothing. By the end of it, she's trying to teach a little girl how to get down like that. So it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of definitely went off on like a story. I didn't expect to go and tell the whole story like that. But like, if you watch the actual novella, you'll see a lot of stuff. Because you do be wanting the girl to get her shit together. You like, dog, just get your shit together. Because in the middle of the night, every time she's alone, even when she was like dating the architect and like fucking up all these different men's lives and using all these men for money, she always thought about that doctor kid. Like, she always thought about that kid that she had a date with in the beginning. But she tried him, dog. She called him a bum. And she said it in Spanish, so she kept saying, tú eres pobre. Like, you are poor. You know what I'm saying? And tú eres pobre. Like, pobre is, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm Spanish, dog, but like, poor is poor, right? And poor don't sound good, but for some reason, to me, pobre sounds worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, pobre sounds like, oh shit, pobre sounds worse. I'll be honest, man, like, pobre sounds worse. When you hear somebody say that, it's because the Spanish language is so passionate that they say shit in Spanish that it's like, bro, you just feel that. Ebony, good morning. Morning, Ebony, how you feeling? Morning, everyone, good morning. That hit hard, I'm telling you. It's crazy. She kept calling the nigga poor, and I'm like, bro. But she broke his heart, bro. Like, and they had such a good thing going. Like, when they went on that date, they went on a bunch of dates. Like, actually, it wasn't just one day, it was multiple dates. And she fell in love with him. And she was happy. She's like, damn, I can marry him because he's a doctor and he's fine and I like him and he treat me nice and he love my family. He's respectful. Like, he was the perfect guy for her. But bruh, because when she found out that he didn't have no money, when she found out he was poor, he lived right around the corner, but he's in medical school, she was disgusted with him, bruh. And it was like, man, that's crazy, yo. She was like, get off of me, I can't believe it. Cause she was ready, she was just impatient, dog. That's the sad part. Like, that's the problem. Robin Robinson, what up, Robin? How you feeling? You tell a captivating story. When a motherfucker asks what it's about, that's how you supposed to come. That's real. That's how you supposed to come. I'll be honest with you. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live and help me reach my live goal. I got 2 goals up here. One is a subscription goal. I need 1 new subscriber to reach that subscription goal. And I want 10 of these hearts. These hearts is a vibe. Hearts is where it's at. Good. It's a beautiful day so far. What's up, Ebony? How you feeling? Queen. I live a group in South Florida, so it's a given. Okay, Nay, where you from? Are you where you from in South Florida? Cause you know I'm in Miami. I'm from Miami. I get that. Nah, yeah, you definitely learn Spanish out here, man. It's like mandatory almost. They teach you Spanish immediately. I feel like in other places, I think other places probably teach you English immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see like Spanish speaking countries, the next language they teaching you outside of your primary language is probably English. But in Florida, the immediate first next language is Spanish. And I want to say like in Canada, like I'm sure they're speaking English and like the immediate next language is French, or they speaking French and the immediate next language is English. But down here in Miami, bro, the immediate next language you about to get, they about to teach your ass is Spanish, nothing else. You know, I'm sure it's different in all kind of other places in the world. Ashley Maddox, appreciate you, Alec. Ashley, I'm saying Alex. Ashley, thank you, Ashley. Yeah, Ashley helped me get to 1 of my 10 live gold pieces. I appreciate you, Ashley. You the truth. Ashley, did you just jump in here? Because you missed this dope story. Boo Queen asked me about like what my favorite like Spanish soap opera was, and I just gave this whole story about what it was. I hope it was like short enough to where people understood it, but it was a vibe. I think you would have liked the story. I'm in Miami by the stadium. Oh, Nate, you around the way. That's what's up. And you like close. That's what's up. Hey, Nate, you got to come to my live show then. Come to the concert, Nate. Appreciate you, Nate. Yeah. We got 2 out of 10. We got 2 out of 10. Hey. Man, I love it. Hey, Nate, you got to come to my live concert this Sunday then. If you're in Miami by the stadium, I know exactly where you at. You're on 199. I used to live over there. I used to live on County Line, so I was like a bridge away from 199. I love Florida. I want to move there. Ebony, where you at? Boo Queen, being in Texas, my ass ain't never pick it up. Yeah, that's crazy. But you know what? I think the Texas and Spanish might be a little, I think the Spanish and Texas might be a little different. Because like, for example, when I go to Cali and I speak to the Spanish people out there, which are like predominantly Mexican people, their Spanish is a little different. Like that shit hit different. Like, for example, if I say corre out here in Miami, corre means run. You know what I'm saying? Corre means run. Like, yo, if you about to corre, you're running. If I say corre in Cali, somebody told me like that shit, man, like I want to smash. I'm trying to fuck. And I was like, yo, whoa, what are you talking about? But somebody educated me like, yo, this is like how the Mexican slang is ran out here. Like, yo quiere coger or something like that. Corre. I don't know how they did it, but pretty much it was like they let me know like what I thought was running or what I thought was grabbing something was like straight up sex to like in the Mexican lingo that's out there in Cali. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me get my shit together. Appreciate you, Ashley. CX. Thank you, Lord God, for allowing us to see another day. Absolutely, Robbie Robinson. I support that. I appreciate y'all. Let me see. This Trey Songz, Henny. This is not Trey Songz. Trey Songz could never. That nigga could never. I don't know what Trey Songz got going on, but I remember I saw somebody put a post up. I can't remember who this was, but it was like, yo, well, in all this Me Too movement shit, he's like, man, the only person I'm waiting for their stories to come out is Trey Songz. And I was like, what? And this person was like, bruh, y'all have no idea. This nigga Trey Songz is a villain behind closed doors. So ever since I heard that video, maybe he's lying, but I'm like, now I'm waiting for the stories to come out. So yeah, no, I ain't with it. Yes, I caught the end of it. It sounded crazy. Ashley, no, yeah, that story is crazy. But it's a dope show. If you ever like get into like wanting to watch this Spanish soap opera, I highly recommend it. And it's I guess it's old. It came out like 2004, but you're gonna understand everything they're talking about. Like the only thing you probably gonna notice is that the cell phones look older. They got flip phones and shit. Henny, he looks nothing like Trey Songz. His eyes do. My eyes like Trey Songz eyes. I like Trigger. Yeah. Yeah. Hey man, Trey Songz had an album. I can't remember what it was, but it had some fire songs on it. I want to say it was. I can't remember, but I think the logo was like four, like it looked like some like I can't remember the shit, but it had fumble on it. I fumbled your heart, and it had when the lights turn out or something like that. I don't know, but that probably had me in a chokehold. And I'm not even a woman, but I was listening to that shit like, this shit is hard. This is what you listen to when you try to get your girl back. This is real. Albany, what up, Albany? What's up? Kansas, it's so slow here. I need more to do. What's Kansas like, Ebony? Soy Malina. So what we talking about? Malina, we just finished talking about this crazy ass telenovela called Ruby, and it's about scandalous chick. She could have been happy if she was patient, bro. She could have been happy, and she was stunning, according to my mother. Stunning. And she could have been happy, bro. She wasn't patient. She wasn't patient. She wanted to be with a rich dude, and instead of waiting for her man to get his money, which he was eventually gonna get, she decided to go and get her best friend's man, and she fucked up everybody's life. She just ruined the whole story. She put a whole glitch in the matrix. She ruined everything. Hey, what up, Albany? How you feeling? Let me see. Go ahead. Right. That's what I mean. Go ahead. Right. Hey, go ahead. Yeah. And I'm like, ain't that doesn't mean run or grab? And they're like, nah, this means sex out here in Cali. Like, yo, you say that around a nigga daughter, he gonna try to beat you up. I'm like, damn, y'all taking this shit to the heart. Like, yo, quiero Taco Bell? Nah. Now you gotta get a Latina woman. Yeah, I like Spanish women. I like Spanish women. I like black women. I'll be honest with you, bro. I used to think that I like white women, but I don't know anymore. And the only reason why I say that is because of that shit that just happened to Jonathan Majors. I was like, yo, what is going on? I saw a video of this nigga running for his life. How is he guilty of this shit? And I don't have all the stats. But I'm just saying that scared the shit out of me. I'm like, bro, this world is getting crazy, bro. I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. MV Cole, you too. Hey, thank you, MV. Henny, tell you. I think it's more segregated here. You gotta be in their areas, poor areas. They don't speak to you either. Oh, okay. Robin Robinson, have a blessed day. Have a blessed day, Robin. Ooh, Ruby is fire. Yo, you seen that, Albany? You seen Ruby? Let me see. You gotta watch La Reina del Sur. That shit is too good. Oh, Albany know her stuff. All right, Albany, for real, dropping some gems up in here. Young Trey definitely had a. All right, Boo Queen said Young Trey Songz definitely had a chokehold on her. I'll be honest with you, bro. I'll be completely honest. From day one, I never knew what the fuck people saw in Trey Songz ever. Like in my whole life, I knew what people saw in Chris Brown. I was like, bro, this nigga's amazing. Chris Brown is doing everything right. He got the looks, he got the girls, he got the swag, he got the talent, he could sing, he could dance, he could do backflips successfully on stage. When that nigga Miguel tried to do a backflip and he ended up knocking that girl out with his boot, like Chris Brown got the works. I'm like, yeah, you got the juice. But I never understood it with Trey Songz, I'll be honest. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know what y'all see in this nigga. But okay, I don't want to sound like a hater, I just don't see it. This is like a regular, this feel like a regular corner store nigga to me. And I feel like his vocals ain't going crazy either. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal. I don't, sometimes you just don't see it. Sometimes you're like, okay, cool, y'all could. I don't get it. Like I feel that way about like some newer artists too. It's like I don't get it. I don't see the appeal, but somebody does. I just don't see it. It's nice out here. Everybody is new area like the buildings and development. But I live outside KC. Oh, okay. KC, Kansas. Is that Kansas City? Did y'all just win the Super Bowl? Is that like Kansas City? Oh no, San Francisco just won the Super Bowl. I'm tripping. Yeah, I don't know if I know what I'm talking about anymore. KC is dangerous. Did y'all hear about the Chiefs parade shooting? I did, so yeah, it is. You're right. I did hear about the Chiefs parade shooting, and they talked about it in a live a little while ago. We talked about it like last week. I didn't know about it until somebody said it. They was like, yo, how you feel about the shooting at the parade? I'm like, man, that's tough, bro. I don't support any shootings at any parades, and that's sad. And I just don't understand that stuff, man. I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't understand people that are having a bad day and want to go and make somebody else's day bad. Like, where you come from with that shit? Like the school shooter shit, or the supermarket shit, or the going to the black church shit, or the shooting in the movie theater. Like, I don't understand none of that, bro. Like, I get it, bro, and I've had those thoughts myself as a kid, but I never wanted to do it to anybody who didn't deserve it. You feel me? I only wanted to do it to people who had it coming. Like, oh, okay, you definitely deserve it, bro. Like, I know you well, but like I don't get people going to spaces and just shoot shit up, you know, indiscriminately. Like, I don't get that. Like, that's sad, man, and that's crazy, and I hope that shit stops. And so somebody in here was asking me like about like gun control. And I'm like, bro, we really just need like a better hold on it. We need like real psych evaluations when it comes to like gun control. Because right now in the state of Florida, I don't need to pass no mental test to get a pistol. I just need to put my information. I just need to not have a criminal background. As long as I had never got arrested before, which is crazy. That's a stupid way to like. That's a stupid way to do it. Because like just because I ain't get arrested yet, don't mean that I'm not about to get arrested. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you should still have somebody pass a psych evaluation, do some sort of set. There should be a whole agency where you got to go through it, and a real human being got to assess you. A real human being got to like talk to you. Like, for example, TSA pre-check. When I went and got TSA pre-check, I had to actually make an appointment and go to a government building and like talk to a person and give them my info and do a background check, I think. And I had to really do the work so that, you know, somebody would approve me for TSA pre-check. But it's like, yo, that you got to take that level of like, of caution when it comes to guns too, bro. But at the same time, that's only like, that's kind of retroactive, right? It's only like, okay, that might help us in 100 years or 20 or 30 years. Because in all actuality, it's already so many pistols out here already that it's like, it's tough to stop anything that might happen already, you know? So I stay out the city, that's tough. Just being Mimi. Good morning, King. What's up? Good morning, Mimi. How you feeling? Let me see. Good morning. I don't even know what this name is. It looks just like a underscore. What up, underscore Albany? I'm a novella girl. I know some. I feel you, Trey Songz. Yeah, I'm telling you. Not him, his music. The albums was full playthrough back when CDs were still normal. Hey. No, it was KC. KC won the Super Bowl. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I didn't want to get caught up in that shit. I'm like, man, the Super Bowl. Dog, I literally sat here and I read this book, Quantum Success. It's reversed, but I sat here and I read this book, and I'm sure somebody would look at me like I'm crazy for that. Like, bro, you're not gonna watch the Super Bowl? People who don't even watch football watch Super Bowl. It's like the most televised event in the United States, and one of the most televised events in the world, next to like the World Cup. But like, I ain't watching because I'm like I want to focus on what I gotta focus on. Like, I feel like if you so plugged into what everybody else is doing, you can only ever have what everybody else has. You can only ever see what everybody else sees. You can only think what other people are thinking. I didn't want all them projections in my mind. I didn't even watch the halftime show. Like, I probably could have got a YouTube that shit and like look it up because I heard Usher killed it. But I didn't want to think about it, man. Like, if I want to brainwash the world, where's the best place to do it? Probably here, because y'all all looking at this. And maybe that's too much of a conspiracy rabbit hole, but I just didn't want to watch it. I'm like, man, I don't want to be plugged into everything. I don't want my actions to be like, I don't want the government or like other people to be able to anticipate my actions prematurely. Because then slowly but surely, I end up losing choice. I end up losing control over my life. If somebody is like preemptively deciding what I'm going to do with my life in advance, you know, and then like companies, mind control and stuff like that, like, y'all got $7 million for a Super Bowl ad. I'm pretty sure I could drop $1 million to figure out how to brainwash somebody. I don't really want all that. You feel me? If I can avoid it, I'm gonna do that. So I don't know. I didn't have no urge to watch it. I'm not even playing this fucking Super Bowl. Like, I'm not in it. I don't have no money on it. I don't have no friends involved in it. And honestly speaking, it don't affect my life no matter which one of these niggas win. So like what? But if I read this book, if I take this, I read this book, everything I do from this day forward can be better. Everything I do from this day moving forward might be I might have a different appreciation of it. If I read this book and do what the book tell me, next year I might be at the Super Bowl, just sitting there. You know, in a couple years I might be performing at the Super Bowl. You know, so yeah, like I'd much rather invest that time and energy into myself, bro. Because I heard Earl Nightingale say this a long time ago. He said, "Whatever the great majority of people are doing at any given time, if you do exactly the opposite, you'll probably never make another mistake for as long as you live." And I thought that was awesome. I'm like, man, that's such a bar. Whatever people are doing at any given time, if you do exactly the opposite, you'll probably never make another mistake for as long as you live. That's crazy to me. So wherever everybody's going, if I just go the opposite direction, I'll probably never make another mistake for as long as I live. So that means that 90% of the people, yes, are purposely making mistakes, are purposely being led by the pack, are purposely, you know, being like sheeps to the slaughter. Everybody just running where everybody tell them to run. Think about this shit. If you in a mall right now and you see 10 people running, you're not even gonna think. You're just gonna get up and start running yourself. You don't even know why. I literally was at the mall one time when that shit happened. I'm sitting there waiting to meet up with one of my homies, and a bunch of people just start running out. So everybody in this restaurant I was at got the fuck up and ran out. They just got up and left. And niggas didn't even know what it was. Like, somebody was like, "Oh my God, I heard it's an active shooter situation in the mall." And it was like, come to find out, it was like, it wasn't that. But no one cared because everybody ran. It's like, yo, we're not even thinking anymore. Mind you, if I see a group of niggas running too, I'm probably going to run myself. Or I'm just going to like hide in the corner like, hold up, let me analyze this. But at the same time, it's like, at some point we got to say, yo, not Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill also said this. Napoleon Hill said, "The path of least resistance makes all rivers and some men crooked." Like, following the path of least resistance makes all rivers and some men crooked. Like, yo, you follow the path of least resistance, bro, you gonna end up all kind of janky and jaded and left and right. And nah, man, you gotta know something so that you can stand on your business and say, yo, bro, I'm not going for that shit. Why? Because I know better. I'm reading a book that was written by a 65-year-old man, you know, 50 years ago. And somebody, an ignorant person, is going to act like, bruh, what he know about today? That information is irrelevant. You got to figure this shit out for yourself. And it's like, bruh, that's the biggest and dumbest thing you could ever say. You got to figure this shit out by yourself because there's a man who lived an entire lifetime with the same sun, moon, and stars that you living under. This man lived his entire lifetime and you acting like he don't got nothing to teach you. You tripping. I always looked at it like, man, if I could take a 60-year-old's mind and put it into a 20-year-old body, how awesome would that make me? You know what I'm saying? Like, because all these older people, all they want is the same thing. All they want is more time. I wish I was younger again. I wish my body didn't hurt that much. You got all the money, you got the mindset, you got the wisdom, you got the ability to do things. Like older people got the ability to do things because of all that you've had more time, so you've been able to like learn lessons, stack your paper, buy properties, whatever. You got the ability to do something financially, but you don't have the physical health anymore to do it. You're retired, or your body's broken down, or you're dealing with sicknesses. You're in your late 50s, 60s, 70s. You don't got the energy no more. You don't got the stamina no more. So you can't really enjoy it. But I'm like, damn. So all these older people, all they want is a young body again. All they want to do is be young again. So I'm like, if I could take the wisdom of an older person and put it into a young body, I could literally walk through this world like a god. You know what I'm saying? I could literally walk through this world like a divine being. You still got to get your ass kicked. Like life is still gonna beat you up. I still got to learn things myself. I can't learn everything from a book. But if I could get some of that game and walk through this life like that, I'll be able to enjoy my 20s, bro. Because all I got to do is like avoid the traps that everybody else is falling into. Everybody else is living with regrets. So I'm like, nah, if I learn how to navigate this shit by somebody who already been there, then I don't got to deal with none of that shit. And I get to enjoy my life, man. It's all in pursuit of a good life. That's what it is. Like, I take cold showers. Yo. I just took a cold shower upstairs. That shit sucks. Especially like, I wake up early, go to the gym, run home, go upstairs, take a shower. Before that, I do my morning affirmations and I pray. And then after the shower, I meditate and I talk to God for 7 minutes. And then I come down here, I do my lives, but I also read 15 minutes. I got to cook breakfast for myself. And then I also got to start working and like making my business run. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, everything that we do is in pursuit, or at least should be in pursuit of living a good life. You know what I'm saying? So even though I despise these cold showers, I endure them because I know that they're good for my body. They're good for the inflammation in my joints and my muscles. It's good for my, I think it's good for your lymphatic system. It's good for your immune system. And it's just good for your overall courage. If you go and you sit in some ice cold water and you're doing things that are constantly uncomfortable every single day, more and more uncomfortable things become feasible for you. The things that are like relatively and virtually impossible for somebody else to do is very possible for you. Why? Because I've accustomed myself to doing uncomfortable things every day. 90% of my conversations are uncomfortable. This one would be no different. 90% of my physical activities, I'm going to the gym every day. Going to the gym don't feel good for nobody. So if anybody in here is like, oh, I wish I had a body like that. No, you don't. Because you're just not willing to put the pain in. This shit hurts everybody. In order to build muscle, you got to tear muscle tendons. It hurts everyone. No one likes it, bruh. Don't get it twisted. Don't think, I'm just like this and they're just like that. No, bruh. They're just doing the shit that you don't want to do. They just walking in there and actually doing it. You just in there dreaming about it, and you causing yourself pain and mental strife and anguish because you're giving yourself all these reasons and telling yourself you're not good enough to have that kind of body, or you're not good enough to have that kind of relationship, or you're not good enough to have that kind of life, or you're not smart enough. You can't remember stuff like this. You can't speak like this. You can't do all this shit. And I'm here to tell you, bro, all this shit is built. I wasn't born doing none of this shit. Like, you got to build it. You got to say, okay, you know what? There's a trait that I want to assimilate into myself, and until I get it, I'm not going to stop hunting it down. Mine is consistency. I go to the gym every day because I want to learn to be more consistent. I didn't see consistency in my life growing up. So I found that was a cause for the failures of my parents. My father was changing his mind every day. My mother was kind of getting slapped around by circumstance. So it was like, okay, cool, because y'all didn't have consistency. Y'all wasn't diligent. Y'all wasn't focused. Y'all wasn't fighting to figure this shit out every day. So we ended up surviving. But if I could figure that shit out, and I'm blessed, and again, I also give them a lot of grace because they was born in a different era than me. You know what I'm saying? They was born pre-internet. So I'm fortunate. We could do this shit right now. Like, I'm not lost on any of my blessings, but at the same time, I'm not gonna act like my blessings is gonna do the work that I'm supposed to do. Nah, I gotta use this shit. I could be like, yeah, I live in a digital age. Life is gonna be great. That doesn't mean shit. I got internet in my house, but that doesn't mean it's gonna deposit money into my account. I gotta use this. I gotta use this to speak to people, to build up a following, to build up community, and to offer value. I want to sell things to people that's valuable to them. I want to sell somebody something for $1 that when they get it, they feel like, yo, this shit is easily worth $10. You know, I want to sell something for $100, and when a person get it, it's like, yo, the sound of this music, or the feel of this merch, or the feel of this live experience, this is easily worth $1,000. And I want to find new ways to do more shit. I want to like craft artistic spaces. Like, I want to do some dope dinners. I want to do some dope galleries. I want to do there's a bunch of those dope talks like this in person. But like, I want to make sure everything that I offer to the world is something that is like so valuable. You like, damn, like how I paid for that $39 credit course and it changed my life. I'm like, that's the greatest $39 I ever spent in my damn life. You know what I'm saying? Ever. It changed my entire life. 39 bucks. But check it out. It was $39 and being receptive. Because there's other people who threw $39 into that course and didn't change their credit at all. I threw $39 into that course and I actually listened to what the nigga was saying. And I actually went to the website he told me to go to. And I actually disputed it. And I actually went and got me a Discover skill. I actually did the work. You know? And like that part gets lost in so many people. Don't think that just because you're standing next to a rich person, you're gonna become rich. Yeah, there's power in proximity, but it's not automatic. You gotta take some of that information, you gotta apply that shit yourself. You know, you gotta like want it for yourself. Nobody can ever push you to want more for yourself than you want for yourself. Like progress is never gonna be something that's forced upon you. You know what I'm saying? Never. Nobody's gonna push you up the stairs. Nobody's gonna push you into the gym. You can't push progress on somebody. Progress gotta be a pull. It gotta be something that pulls from the inside of you. You gotta want that shit. E.T., what's up? Progress is a pull. Like I've learned that dealing with like certain people like my whole life. Some of the closest people in my life are just not receptive to any of what I'm telling you right now at all. None of it. They're not receptive to listening to tapes. They don't give a shit about Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. They don't give a shit about seminars. They don't give a shit about courses, how to get more money. They don't give a fuck about meditation. They don't give a fuck about reading books. They don't give a fuck about none of this shit. They just kind of getting by. They don't care. They just want to do what feels good to them and do what their parents did. Give me some money and hang out, and get me some money and hang out. And they say that they want things, but they really lie. And I just realized this in my life. They're lying to me. They don't really want the things that they say that they want. They say they want a better life, but they're not putting no energy towards it. So you're just lying. You're lying to yourself. And I feel bad because I've wasted time with you thinking that you was on the same pursuit as me. Somebody who's actually willing to go and get this shit. You don't want it. So nah. But I said it to say some of the close people in my life are not receptive to this shit at all. And what I've had to learn over time is like, yo, it will never come as a push. I can't push nobody. I can't motivate you. I can't inspire you. I can't get you fired up. I can't do none of that shit. Because some of these people in my life, that shit is going in one ear and out the other. And I'm just sitting here at the end of the conversation feeling drained because I've been screaming this shit for an hour over countless years, and you never gonna pick up that book. And now you're never gonna pick up the book. You're never gonna. I had homies that be like, yo, bro, I see you traveling, you going here, you going there. I see you pulled up with the Jeep Wrangler. I see you got the dope apartment in Miami and shit. Like, what's up? Put me on the money. I'm like, bet. You want me to put you on? Like, yeah, bro, put me on. I know you on something. One of my homeboys came recently, was like, bro, I know you be on something because you always got a little something. And I'm like, bro, you want me to put you on? Like, yeah. I said, cool. Here, read this book. Nigga like, what? Here, this book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. It was written by George S. Clayson in the 1920s. Read this book. Nigga like, bruh, like I'm asking you for the jug. I'm asking you for the actual thing that you could give me to put me onto the money. I'm like, bruh, I speak English and I heard what you said. Here, I'm giving you this book because what you asking me for is in this book. I'm not on no other shit. I'm not scamming and making some other kind of money play happen. I'm not doing that shit. I read this book and I started applying myself and figuring out how to make my money work for me. I'm not making any more money. I'm just making my money do more. Does that make sense? I'm not making more money than I was making last week. I'm just making my money do more. Why? Because last week I was willing to spend $100 on lunch. And this week I want to take that 100 and find a way to make it 200, 300, 400, 500. Like I'm just making my money do more. And I'm still eating lunch with 100. Does that make sense? I went to this place, spent 100 on this thing, but like I found a way to leverage that $100 and that lunch to bring me back more money. Is that making sense? Yeah, the people that I hang out with do this shit. I got friends that are leveraging their social media followings, that are leveraging their relationships, they're leveraging so many different things to create wealth. Wealth is created in ideas. Wealth is very rarely created in just objective actions. Nah, bro, wealth is created in ideas. You have a dope idea and you execute that idea well and you show the world what you're capable of doing. Yo, wealth is created. People will throw money at you. There's so much more money available for a free thinker and somebody who really got a good idea and is actually down to go the distance for that idea than people think. People think, oh, I got a good idea, but without the money, it's not going to happen, so I'm just not going to do nothing about it. It's like, nah, bro, how about you put some activity, start where you are, put some activity on that shit, create what's called a POC, proof of concept. If you say you got a clothing line, yeah, make the mock-ups. Well, you know, nah, now you talking shit. Now you really don't want to do it. Because you could go on Canva right now and make a mock-up. You don't want it. It's like, stop lying to me. I'm sick of liars, bro. Like, people are just lying. No, make a mock-up. Come up with a POC and show it to somebody. You show it to the right person. Maybe you got to show it to 5 different people, 10 different people, 20 different people. You show it to enough people, somebody's going to give you the money that you need. I've seen this happen time and time again. It's happening right now, today. It's happening to me in real time. It's happening to everybody I know constantly. I have an idea. I have to show somebody what this idea really is. Create a proof of concept. Create a mock-up. Create a short film. Create the script already. Like, make a short video on your phone. You got a phone with a camera that's 4K, bro. Like, you can do a lot of stuff where you are. Myron Golden says, we live in an abundant world. There has never on the face of this world been a lack of resources. There has only been a lack of resourcefulness. Bro, when he said that, I remember being in a park. I was in a park when I heard him say that. I had my YouTube on and I heard him. I was like, man, this is crazy. And I just remember looking around at the park like, damn, there's never been a lack of resources, only a lack of resourcefulness. So that means you've been telling yourself you can't do anything for so long because all you got are these sticks and these stones around you. God, I can't do it. All I got is sticks and stones. Sticks and stones, sticks and stones. And God is sitting looking at you like, what you don't know about those sticks and stones is that with those exact same sticks and stones you got around you, I created the entire universe that you see. I created everything that you see with the same ingredients that you have right now. Don't tell me that there's nothing to do. There's a million different things to do. And if I come down and I show you all the different things you could be doing right now to increase your life immediately, intermediately, and over time, like in the long run, you're going to get pissed off and you're going to get mad at me. And you're just going to start thinking bad about yourself. Like, damn, how did I not think of that? You didn't think about that because you're just not thinking. Because nobody told you that. Like, there's never been a lack of resources. There's only been a lack of resourcefulness. With those same sticks and stones that you're complaining about, somebody else is creating an entire universe right now. And they're going to reap all the rewards and all the benefits. Why not let that be you? Why not let that be you? Why not let that be you? That's what I thought. I was in a park when he said that shit. I'm like, I'm literally sitting in the grass at a park by sticks and stones. I'm like, all I got is sticks and stones, but there's never been a lack of resources, only a lack of resourcefulness. That means with these sticks and stones, I could build a house. I could build a mansion. I could start a fire. I could cook meals. There's a million different things that we could do. It's just because it's not pretty, we don't want to do it. Because it doesn't look polished and it don't look Instagram ready and I don't have a team and we don't have a marketing budget. And because of this and this and this and all this other bullshit, we give ourselves these reasons as to why we can't do it. That person's successful because they got a team. And that person's successful because they got the funding. And that person's successful because they got a budget. It's like, okay, you could sit there and lie to yourself and say that those are all the distinguishing qualities that this person has that you don't have. But then, why don't you look to the right and see all the people who have less than you that are doing more than you? You don't want to look over there, do you? No, you don't want to look at the person who came from another country, doesn't even speak the language that you speak, doesn't even have a birth certificate or a social security number to have a credit score, just came and landed here and started working their ass off and started stacking some money and decided to buy a convenience store. And so that convenience store turned into another convenience store. And so both of those turned into 3 convenience stores. Then they consolidated it and turned into a gas station convenience store. Then they found a way to get a second location and a third location. Now they're living in a place that you're driving by wishing that you lived at. When they were born and raised with less opportunity than you. Trust and believe this is the reality of the situation. We have a bad habit in America of complaining and looking up the ladder at the people who have more than us, and then we look down the ladder at the people who have less than us, and we just be like, okay, I'm thankful that I'm not there, and I don't feel good that I'm not there, but you're not looking at the people that are from the bottom that are surpassing you. Like, they're just walking right by you, like, yo, peace. Oh, you still there complaining? American, born with you got a birth certificate, and you got a social security card, and you got some decent credit, like, you still there crying and tripping in the land of opportunity? Cool, and they're just walking by you, blowing right by you, not giving a shit. And nobody should give a shit because those are your dreams that are dying, not theirs. No one should give a shit. The only person that should give a shit is you. And you should care so much. You should give so much of a shit that you make other people give a shit. Like you care so much about what it is that you're doing that you force other people to like this shit. You feel me? I'm sorry. I went off on a little thing, but it's so true, bro. Like, this is the reality of our situations. We all know people that are like habitual complainers. You're complaining all day. Me, my life isn't perfect. And there's a bunch of things that I would like to increase and advance. My music career is number 1. Connecting with people is number 1. Like, building my brand and building my company, that's number 1. But at the same time, I'm not lost on the fact that everything that I want, the gap that I got to bridge is my responsibility. Like, I got to fill this gap. I got to do more. The only reason why I'm not where I want to be is me, my own thinking, what I don't believe. You know, my childhood probably got something to play with it. Maybe subconsciously I'm self-sabotaging myself because I don't believe that I deserve that success. And if that is a true thing, then I gotta fix that shit in my mind today. And I'm working on that because I think that there is specks of truth in that. It's not enough to stop me because I'm still hustling, I'm still winning, I'm still succeeding. But at the same time, like, I gotta push by that. We gotta push by that. We gotta figure this shit out. Sit with yourself long enough to understand who you are, and then fix yourself, bro. Whatever's broken, fix it. You have the power to. Stop sitting there and complaining and talking about other people's lives and, you know, the bad things that happen to you as children. Yeah, bad things happen to us, but it's up to us to change it. All the traumatic things that happened to me as a kid, I would never go back to my childhood. But at the same time, I understand that I have the responsibility to do something. It's called responsibility. How am I going to respond to what was done to me as a kid? I can either lay down and accept that shit as my reality as an adult, or I can say, yo, fuck that. I don't want to be shy anymore, so I'm not shy. I don't want to be quiet anymore, so I'm not quiet. I want to talk. I don't care if people agree with me. Fuck these people. Because I got something to say for people who actually care. There's enough people out here that half of them going to hate me and half of them going to love me. Let me focus on the half that might love this. Let me focus on the half that might appreciate this kind of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Let me not stifle myself and stifle my creativity because of my own insecurities, my own mental barriers, and my own mental blocks. It's the only thing keeping you back. It's not your situation. It's not your partner. It's not none of that shit. It's you. Because you are the only, like, you're the common denominator. In all those excuses that you're making, you are the common denominator. And a lot of people, we get so bogged down by this. Like, we have so many reasons as to why we can't win. But you're not giving yourself any reasons why you can win, why you should win, why you have to win, why you're going to win. You know? And it's our job to fix that shit. We're the ones that's broken. The world isn't broken. The world is doing what it's doing. You can either play this game or you can not play it. You can play the rat race, or you could do what me and my partner did, and we're gonna like trademark this terminology. You can play the elevated game, right? Everybody who's walking around living life right now in the rat race, just kind of scrambling, you playing the rat race. It's a choice. It's a choice, and most of us like stay there. You know what I'm saying? Most of us stay there. We don't know the way out, so we just stay there. Or you could take your time and figure out how to break yourself out of the rat race. It's a great game created by Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's a board game. It's called Cash Flow. Go and buy that board game. It's just like Monopoly, except it will really show you how to get out of the rat race. It will really show you how to get money. It will really reformat your thinking about finances. My sister got the board game. We started playing it, but we didn't finish it. But I'm aware of the game because I love Robert Kiyosaki's books. I've read Rich Dad. I've read Cash Flow Quadrant. And I want to say I've just spent a lot of time on his YouTube channel where he talks about the board game. And also one of my mentors, Myron Golden, he habitually plays that board game. And in the board game, it shows you're playing two games at once. There's one little circle. It's called the rat race. You start here. Once you get to a certain level of money, you get out of the rat race and you start playing the other game. You get on the other, but it's one board. And once you start playing the other game, you realize, yo, things are a lot easier, or things make a lot more sense on this thing, but you can still mess up. You can go bankrupt, you can lose your money, you can end up back in the rat race. But there's two games that everybody's playing. You can either choose to play in the rat race, or you can choose to play the elevated game. People are playing the rat race. You get up, you work for somebody, you chipping away at that block. You got a 401k, you have a Roth IRA, you have an insurance policy on yourself, and then you have a retirement plan. You're gonna chip away at this block for 30 years, and then you're just gonna do whatever it is that you do. Like you're just, you know when you're in it. And then you look at the other people like, yo, this person, we glorify athletes and celebrities because they're like, how the fuck does this person have the same 24 hours in a day that I have? And they're not doing any of the stuff that I'm doing, but yet they're making a lot of money. It seems like they're making a lot of progress, and they're living their dreams in real time while I'm chipping away on my block so that when I'm 65, I can live my dream. Like, how is this person doing this? So we begin to glorify these people who are living these lives we can't understand. And the difference is that you're playing the rat race and they're playing the elevated game. They're taking their 24 hours and they're saying, I'm not going to barter my time for someone else's money. I'm going to use my time to make my own money. Like they're just doing different things with their 24 hours and they're playing an elevated game because the game is not contingent on bartering their time for money. Their game is contingent on either using their money to make money or using their idea to make them money. But they're saving time and they're enjoying their life and they're also progressing because they're focusing only on the shit that's absolutely important. Financial literacy, selling these products, making sales, controlling my own narrative, controlling my own time, and detaching from the matrix. I gotta pull away from watching the Super Bowl because it's on TV. I gotta pull away from watching Netflix because a new show just dropped. I gotta pull away from all them conversations at the water hole. I gotta pull away from all the different kind of complaints that my friends and my family keep fucking talking about. And I know how it makes, I know it's not benefiting me because I know how it makes me feel when I'm in that conversation. You pull away from all that stuff and you begin to take your seed and plant it in your ground of yourself. And then you gotta water it. And the way you water it is with a whole bunch of courage. You water that thing with a bunch of courage. Courage is jumping out and asking somebody for that money. Jumping out, asking somebody for that deal. Jumping out, asking one of your friends to go into business with you. Jumping out and proving it to people. Like, yo, I got POC all day. I had an idea for a clothing line, and here's the idea. I got the mock-up, I got the marketing plan, I got the business plan, I got all this stuff structured, and I'm already selling shirts in the street. How much are you selling? I'm grossing probably $1,000 a month just selling these stuff, but it costs me a lot of money, but the product sells. Cool. That's a system that we can work with. Any financially literate person or accredited investor is gonna back you up. Because I'm like, nah, you got everything laid up. Cool, this is working. I'm not gonna give you 100,000, but let's start with a $10,000 investment, see where it goes. As long as my ROI, you know what I'm saying, comes back the way I want it to, then we could double back. But until then, here's a little bit of money. Let's see what we do with it. And there's so many different opportunities out here for people, man. So many. And even if you're a person that wants to do something and don't have the idea, you could find somebody with an idea. Yo, there's like Steve Jobs didn't create anything on the computer. He didn't code. He didn't create motherboards. He wasn't involved in the software or the hardware. He was involved with the ideation and he was involved in selling it. Steve Wozniak is the one who was in the garage actually making the early computers in Steve Jobs' crib. Steve Wozniak was the one that was coding that shit and making it. Steve Jobs was the one who saw its potential and sold it. Okay, cool. I'm not the one that's making this shit, but I understand what it could possibly do, and I'm going to go outside and sell it. And that's what he did. He went outside, he sold that idea to people, sold people the idea on this computer, this artificial artificial device is going to become something that's native in your house, and it's something that's going to make your life better every day, make your life easier. And it's like, bro, at that time that he came out with that shit, computers were only for engineers and only for technicians and only for a very small group of people. Steve Jobs said, nah, bro, I can see where this is going. Nah, this is going to end up being in your house. Housewives are going to use this. That's how they marketed it too. So easy a housewife could use it. Like, you know, a computer for the family. And then he started marketing. Kids are using it. Dad is using it. Mom is using it. So now the computer, he created something that was completely inhuman, and he made it something that we use naturally now. If your house doesn't have a computer in it, we look at you like you're weird. If your car doesn't have a computer, we look at you like you're weird. Like, what the hell's going on? Because he found a way to market it and make it like that. But he didn't make that shit himself. He saw its potential and sold that idea to the world. So he was essentially the middleman. You know, of course, he was a visionary. I'm a huge Steve Jobs fan, but at the same time, it's like he didn't physically make that. So even if you're not the person who's physically making it, you can still be a part of history. Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, is not the fucking founder of McDonald's. Like, when I saw the movie Founder and found out, yo, he essentially like stole the company from these two brothers whose actual name was McDonald's. He was selling milkshake machines. They ordered 8 of them. He was blown away by that shit. He went, found them, said, yo, nobody orders 8 milkshake machines. What are y'all doing? And he saw how booming the restaurant was and how amazing their system was. He's like, I want to be a part of this. They're like, we don't need your help. He's like, look, let me franchise this for you. Like, let me go to different countries, let me go to different states, and let me sell this. Like, let me go around and like, because more people deserve to see this. You guys only have one location. Let me go around and sell it. I said, you know what? Fine, whatever. They were reluctant, but they let him do it. He went around the country and he started franchising that shit. He made all these different people buy into McDonald's. He was booming. He made McDonald's the biggest franchise. And even at the end of that, he was still broke. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the founder. He was still broke. He ended up going to the bank one day, and this is in the movie. The banker was like, yo, bro, you're broke. He's like, how can I be broke? I'm selling all these franchises. Like, you're selling all these franchises, but it's costing you the same amount of money that you're making. Like, it's costing you the same amount of money to do all the franchises as it is you're making. You're broke. But some guy overheard him and was like, hey, you run McDonald's? He's like, yeah. He said, man, I'm a big fan of your establishment. I eat there every day. He said, yeah. He said, maybe there's something I could do to help you, because I overheard the conversation. Can I take a look at your books? He showed this man his books, and the guy looked over his books. He said, oh, I see what the problem is. The problem is you don't know what industry you're in. He said, what are you talking about? I know what industry I'm in. I'm in the hamburger business. He said, no, not according to how your business is set up. You're actually not in the hamburger business. You're doing all these franchises. Yeah, you're actually in the real estate business. That's what you're doing. And the reason why you're not making any money is because you're not profiting on the real estate that you're allowing these people to put up with your intellectual property. So what you have to do is now, the next time you go and franchise a location, you go and you buy the actual plot of land and you make the franchisee lease that land from you specifically, lease it from you and only you. And then on top of the money that they're paying you, like your franchise fees, they got to pay you to lease that property that you own. You go buy the property first and then make the franchisee come in, put that shit on it. And he was like, And bruh, the second he made that little switch, bruh, the man started rolling in the money. Now he's up there in the millions and hundreds of millions of dollars. Now he's crazy rich. All he needed was that little piece. He was doing everything right and he was still broke. But all he needed was somebody to come and like help with that idea. But if he wasn't in the bank that day and he wasn't talking that shit and his conversation wasn't loud, and if he didn't let the guy come and look at his books, if he was egotistical about his shit, he would have never made that change, and we would have never heard of Ray Kroc, and we probably wouldn't have heard of McDonald's at that point. But the man, he stuck with it. So I say that to say, man, like there's so many different ways to get it in. We're 80 messages in, and I'm sorry because I didn't answer all of them, but I appreciate y'all, man, for real. Let me see. I'm gonna start from ambition can't be taught. Susie, right? Ebony, they don't feel a higher purpose, right? Reasons I'm single now, I can't be bothered. Susie, real talk. Come out, best friend off, right? Boo Queen, that thirst for knowledge and growth got to be in you. It's a fact. That's a super fact. Yep. Creation is the closest we get to God. Awakened Giant. That's where all your blessings and abundance abide. That's a fact. I definitely agree with that. Jackie. Why is there a video you getting dragged out of Home Depot in handcuffs? That's a bot or something. This is why I followed you. I'm telling you, we up in here, Ebony. Absolutely. I tried to tell my friend this the other day. Social media shows us after the work, not before. Exactly. Social media is showing you only the nice parts. And it's like, bro, it gets ugly in this shit. It gets ugly and it gets scary. You got to fall in love with the ugliness. You got to fall in love with the scary shit. I saw this guy. They were like, yo, what's the secret to success? He said, look, I'm going to tell you just like this. Secret to success. Fall in love with people. Fall in love with sales. Fall in love with numbers. And when he said that, it stayed with me. That been in my head for the past couple weeks. I'm like, damn, fall in love with people, fall in love with sales, fall in love with numbers. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Like, but he's saying fall in love with it. Like, create a relationship with it that you actually like, you know? And like, yo, the secret to success. Absolutely right. I'm telling you. Waking Giant, I'm telling you. What's good, bro? What up, DJ? Miss Calzada, facts. Honestly. Thank you for the follow, Miss Calzada. I love when you get in that bag. Talk that shit. Hey, thank you. Nah, man, look, y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. Y'all make sure to follow me if you're not already following me. If y'all just jumped in here, follow me. And y'all make sure to help me reach this live goal up here. I want to reach this live goal before we jump off this live. And yeah, I'm still 1 subscriber short, so subscribe to the kid. I'm still working on like what ways I can like bring value, but man, I'm more focused than I ever been on creating like a really cool space for the people that I'm fucking with. Like before it was kind of just, I'm in here, I'm talking, but then I leave. But now I'm like, nah, how can we like really create an environment where like you can this energy could stay there all day long. So at any point in time, anybody needs it, like, yo, you got this community here or you got this vibe in here. And I'm trying to figure that out. And of course I need help. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to really make subscriptions, because I got a members area too called For The Homies, frthehomies.com, and I'm putting all my exclusive information in there, all my exclusive like videos and talks and behind the scenes stuff. But at the same time, I'm bringing in friends of mine who are like industry experts, marketing guys and branding guys and just like financial literate guys. And I want to offer like different like information in there. So a person could be like, the same way I felt so good about getting that $39 course and being like, bro, my life changed off of $39. Like, come on, bro, I'm with it. Like, I want to offer that same kind of value to where people in my members area could be like, yo, when you brought that speaker in, and when you brought, you know, this marketing guy in, the thing that this person said in this live or this video or this course that's inside of your members area, like, it blew my mind. It changed my life. Like, I really love it. So I want to provide so much value that the shit just overflows with abundance. Like, the space is just full of people that's like dope and changing their lives. And I'm still working on it, man, because I'm coming off of being a kid that was antisocial and I didn't know how to function in the community. So now I'm like creating a community. The shit different, but I'm gonna just keep firing, and I'm not afraid to be wrong, bro. I'm wrong all the time. If I'm wrong about some shit, somebody tell me so I can get right. Like that, you gotta be egoless, and you gotta be like vulnerable, and you gotta be willing to grow and change, you know? Albany, yes, sir. I'm telling you, CS, God bless you. Mrs. Calzada, thank you. God bless you too. Straight up. ET, appreciate you, ET. Talk that shit. I'm telling you, Krista. So what's the topic? K. Man, we just talking about hustling and getting to it. Like, stop giving yourself reasons as to why you can't. Start giving yourself reasons as to why you can. There's a million different things out here that we could do, and I know that could feel like overwhelming. It could feel like a big daunting task, but it ain't. What movie is this? Boo Queen. The movie about McDonald's is called Founder. Founder, Founder, with Michael Keaton, same dude who played Beetlejuice. He's playing Ray Kroc. Ray Kroc is, and it's funny because Ray Kroc is the founder of McDonald's. In every McDonald's location, I always saw that plaque. There's always a plaque on the wall that says, "In memory and in the honor of Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's." But in the movie, lets you know, oh, this nigga's not the founder. There was already a McDonald's. He liked what they was doing. He found a way to strike up a deal with them to franchise it out. And then he got sick of having to deal with them, so he decided to buy them out the company. He bought them out of the company for like $2 million or something. And then that was it. They out the company. I don't think they're getting residuals or nothing. Like, he just booted them out the company. He kind of fucked up, Ray Kroc. He kind of green. Very green, actually. He just straight up stole their thing. But he saw the vision that was bigger than what they saw with it. So they let themselves get played, and he also played them. But at the same time, he brought it to, the platform that it's at now. McDonald's, if I'm not mistaken, is the number one owner. McDonald's owns like the most valuable real estate in the world. McDonald's is like the number one real estate owner in the world. I think of like a publicly traded company. Like, McDonald's owns some of the most valuable real estate on the planet, like Times Square and just all over the world. They actually own that land. If you see a McDonald's, like a standalone McDonald's, them niggas own that shit. And depending on like other places, they might even own the whole plaza. But like, McDonald's is a real estate company that sells burgers. Like, oh, we're in the burger business. Like, no, you're not in the burger business. You're in the real estate business. And once homie got that through his head, he made that pivot. He's like, oh, okay. Buy the land and then sell the burgers. But the land is what's making me the money. Yeah. Oh, shit. Cool. Exactly. Founder, go watch it. I'm telling you. Let me see. Appreciate you, Susie. Thank you. Thank you for the gift, Susie. Thank you. Appreciate you. You need to set the cam up so I'll hold these combos on YouTube. Honestly speaking, it's literally doing that right now. As long as this is still running properly. Hold up. Let me see. Right now, it should be up on YouTube. So it should be streaming on YouTube, and YouTube should be saving it. Let me see if it's working. Yeah, it's up live. It's up live. Like, I'm live on YouTube right now, and then when I'm done, it's this same live is gonna be up on YouTube, so you could like go and play it back. I'm just gonna like probably type in, I don't know what episode this could be. I'm making these episodes, so I guess this might be like episode 20 or something like that. And I'm gonna just write it in. I'm gonna write the episode name, and I'm gonna write the date, and then I probably write some of the things that I talk about in it. But it's live on YouTube right now, and when I cut the stream off, it's still gonna be live on YouTube. Don't lose this when you become a superstar. I ain't gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose y'all, man, because y'all gonna come with me, right? Unless y'all let me go. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all let me go. I'm gonna stay up in. Sun God cool. Same, bro. Always got attention, but antisocial. With a lot of talent. Building my own team. Following different. That's a fact, Sun God cool. Like, that's just what it breaks down to. Like, I can't honestly say I even know how to function properly in a community. Like, I want to do my best to, like, continuously be accountable and responsible and the whole nine. But, like, I really don't even know what goes into it. But I know that what I want to build and the kind of people I want to surround myself with and the kind of like people that I want other people to be connected with too, I just know it feels better than what a lot of us are getting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, let's make the necessary changes, bro. And let's get it. Like, let's create a community. You know who I really kind of got that shit from too, beyond anything else? I really got it from Walt Disney. So every Sunday, I'll choose a different person to study for the week that follows, right? So every Sunday, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to study Walt Disney this week. I'll study Steve Jobs next week. I'll study Les Brown the week after that. I'll study Robert F. Smith, the richest black man in America, worth $8.1 billion. He runs Vista Equity Partners, a private equity firm who specifically purchases tech companies. I study him. I study like different people every week. And one week I studied Walt Disney, and I learned a lot from that shit. But it felt so good learning about Walt Disney. It was like, bruh, this dude literally sold people on happiness and goodwill. Like, he really sold people on like joy and love. Like, it's crazy. That's what he was instilling in people. And as I studied him, I found that he just did it right. He like, okay, so he went from regular paper, like little characters, in paper. He pretty much created the animation industry as we know it to be today. Like, Steamboat Willie and all. He pretty much created animation. So he brought it from paper to the screen, and then from like the big screen to the small screen. Like, okay, now you gotta go to like a movie theater to see a Disney movie, but now it's inside of your house. So you get to go to a place, and then you get to bring Disney home videos, VHS, bring it home, brought it home, and then he took it to another level. Okay, cool. So I got you at your house, and I got you at the movies watching my stuff, but it only lasts. It's only an hour long. If I can go in, y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live, and y'all make sure to help me reach my live goal up here and my subscription goal. You see the star? That means subscribe to the kid. And you see the hearts? That means send me some of them hearts so we can reach that live goal and it can sound off. And we can be like, bam. So he found out, right? And I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping and thank y'all for sharing the live. I appreciate y'all so much, tremendously, for real. He found out that while he was making these animated movies, he could hold your attention for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, really like an hour and a half. But he wanted more. He's like, okay, how do I give you more? So he ended up creating Disneyland in California. He's like, now I'm taking it from 5-minute comic to like an hour and a half movie to like, now when you come to the physical, I brought the movies to the physical space. I brought it to the real world. So now you can completely get immersed. I'm activating your imagination with the animation, but now I get to activate all your senses. I get to activate your mind, body, and soul because you're coming to a physical place where Mickey Mouse is jumping around in your face in real life. So he can hold your attention for, how long do people go to a park? Like 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours? You can be here as long as you want, anywhere from like 3 hours to like 7 hours. That's how long I'm holding on to your attention. But his next venture, which he never actually even got to see come to life, was Disney World, right? That was the bigger one. He didn't really see Disney. He didn't live to see that finish. But a part of Disney World was Epcot, right? So Epcot in Disney World, a lot of people go to Disney World and they see Epcot, right? Epcot is just that thing, right? It got like, it's that dome, I think, and it got like some shit in it. I actually never been to Disney World, and I want to go after studying them. So Epcot is actually that thing. 4 hours plus, exactly. Lord's my shepherd. He know what I want. Tapping the screen, sharing the live. Appreciate y'all, man, for real. Type shit, right? We rising with you, right? I see you on IG too, right? Tell you, that's smart. My goal is definitely buy some liquor stores, sell this up. That's a fact. So his next objective was Epcot. Epcot in Disney World is just a little thing right now, right? Because Walt Disney died before Disney World in Orlando was actually built, he didn't actually get to like be a part of his actual construction and get his full idea out. But a lot of people go to Disney World and they see Epcot as just this little attraction. But what most people don't know is that Epcot was actually intended to be a city. Walt Disney's design for Epcot was actually to be an actual fully functional community of tomorrow. Epcot, the acronym Epcot actually stands for Experimental Project Community of Tomorrow. Epcot. He wanted to build like what Silicon Valley is, right? He wanted to build a city in the United States of America that was full of geniuses, full of like design engineers, artist engineers, musical engineers. Think about it. In a Disney movie, you need all that. And Disney products, you need engineers to make the moving Muppets. Like, he wanted all these brilliant people to come and live in this environment that stoked their creativity and allowed them to be as bright. He said, Epcot, Experimental Project Community of Tomorrow, is a city that will never be completed because it will constantly be growing and evolving as we as people evolve. You know, he's going to create things that are so future driven and so future oriented. And he had a monorail system, the same monorail that's at Disney World. He was going to have the monorail system be like the way that people navigated around the city. Now, like in Miami, they got the Metro Mover. It's like the same kind of thing. But in the 50s and 60s and 70s, that shit was groundbreaking. Like a small little train that could just take me around the city where I need to go. That's game changing. So his goal was to actually create a fully functional city where people can live in and remain in that state of like wonder, remain in that Disney vibe. It's like, oh, some of this place is gonna look old fashioned, some of them are gonna look very futuristic, but it's still gonna like everything from the street signs to everything was gonna have the kind of ambiance and vibe that kept you in that Disney frame of mind of goodwill and like humor and love and like that whatever Disney represented, you know? So he's like, okay, I held your attention for 5 minutes with the comics, an hour and a half with the animated movies, 4 or 5 hours at the park. But now, how can I create an environment where you never have to leave it? Where it could be like something that you exist in. Think about how many times you've seen Snow White, how many times you've seen Lion King, how many times you've seen these things that gave you this feeling. The guy who created those things wanted to find a way to give you that feeling every day. He felt like people were like moving through life missing that kind of feeling, missing that kind of vibe. And he wanted to like create a community where people could just kind of like exist like that without having to like detach, or where that could be like a new standard for living. The man was looking to create a community that would change the way that people lived as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was incredible. I was like, damn. But he died before Walt Disney World was completed, so he didn't get a chance to like see his vision for Epcot come to life. So Epcot is just a little attraction now, but it was originally designed to be an entire fully functional city where people could live, work, do their whole thing at, but it was still consistently keep you in that high vibration, keep you in that frame of mind. The man was driven to change the world, bro. This shit's crazy. Let me see, 4 hours plus, right? Marie Cruz, thank you. There's Disney City and it's pretty nice. Oh, that's what's up. Where's Disney City? 20,000 likes. Yeah, we had 20,000 likes. Appreciate y'all. Damn, I ain't know that. Right, where is Disney City? Never heard of that. It's interesting, right? When you think about it, Disney is a time capsule, an alternative universe in a sense. Absolutely. And that's what he wanted it to be. He wanted it to feel like that. When you talk about like time capsule, he wanted to have that old school kind of vibe. Like he wanted to have like old school looking, like vintage looking street signs and maybe like a malt shop. You know, like he wanted to have that old timey kind of stuff. But he also wanted to make it a futuristic city. Epcot stands for Experimental Project Community of Tomorrow. He just wanted to make it a futuristic society where genius is like all the music genius in it. The city was built like a circle in his schematic. It'd be like all the music geniuses live on this side, all the engineer geniuses live on this side, all the tech geniuses live over here. And it'd be like, yo, a community where all these people could just foster just groundbreaking innovation. That's what he was all about. And it's like, man, this shit is dope. Let me see. It's in Orlando. Dope. Disney City. Technically, Disney here is its own city. It has its own zip code, but I didn't know about Epcot. Nah, straight up, that's what it was intended to be. Like, you can look it up. He got these old ass videos of him talking about it. And when I saw that, I was like, man, that's really what it is, bro. Like, the world that we live in right now is cool, but it's like, are we done? You know what I'm saying? Are we done innovating? Are we done groundbreaking? Are we done making the most of this world? How do we take it to the next level? What's the next iteration? That's why I appreciate men like Elon Musk, even though I may not agree with a lot of his tactics. I may not agree with, you know, any of the shit that he be doing. I don't really know. But I definitely appreciate somebody like that because I think the world does need someone who is so future driven that you're pushing society forward no matter what. We're going to find a way to go to Mars. Why? Because he believes we should become an interplanetary species. Like, yo, if you think about it, we really only have this one world. And if we mess this one world up, it's over for humanity. Why? Like, nah, we should be able to have multiple planets. So a lot of people have like different opinions on that. But in my mind, I'm like, you know what? You ain't lying, bro. Because somebody in a position of power could set off some nukes and this world could get destroyed. And we really only like, we're a one boat society right now. This is our only boat. So I was like, yeah, I agree with that. Maybe we should be an interplanetary species. Maybe we should be like able to move around and like we should expand. Think about it, man. If like America wouldn't be here if some nigga didn't jump in a boat and say there's a place over there. You feel me? Like, let's go over there. You know? I mean, you know, and again, that goes into a whole topic of like Christopher Columbus, the Indian killer. Like it goes deep, but nonetheless, like pioneers, like I think we should always keep our feet in the present, one eye to the past, one eye to the future. We got to know where we come from. We got to know where we are, and we got to know where we're going. You know what I'm saying? We can never get stagnant because life is in a change is the only constant. Change is the only thing that's always going to happen. Plants are never in a state of standing still. A plant, and I got a bunch of plants. Plants are either growing. Plants are either growing. That's funny. Plants are either growing or they're dying. They're never standing still. The same thing with human beings. You either learning or you losing. You either eating or you hungry. You starving. Like your body is naturally gonna get hungry again because your body is eating. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to stay focused and we got to keep one eye on the future. How are we gonna make this better for the next generation that's gonna come? Like we need renewable energy, bro. I'll be honest. There's so much solar power out here that we could be using that we're not using. It don't make no sense for us to still be running off of fossil fuels and oil and all this weird shit. Like it's dumb and it's antiquated and it doesn't make sense anymore and it's harmful to the environment when there's so much of this free sunlight out here right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's stop playing these games. Let's find a way to make this all renewable. We got to live in a world that's sustainable. If what we're doing today can't be done tomorrow, then we're destroying ourselves. We're living in an unsustainable manner. That means we're going to break whatever we got. and it's the only place that we got. So we got to make some sense of this shit. When people start talking about climate change and this, that, and the third, it's like, yo, we do got to pay attention to that, because the last thing you want is for this world to get so sick of us that it just get rid of us. You know? Appreciate you, Rabbit Hole Stacy. Let me see. Disney City is also called Celebration Florida. Okay, I didn't know that. AT, I feel like it's just a different terminology for the conglomerate that includes Universal Studios. Okay. Now I'm thinking about the amusement turkey legs. Okay, sorry, folks. It's funny. Talking about them big ass turkey legs. Yeah. Nah, man. Like, this shit is. I just think that there's so many different ways that we can increase this world and make it better and make it more efficient. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a true measure of like intelligence. I always felt like a person's measure of intelligence was not how much shit you got, but I think like the true measure of your intelligence is how fast. This is my definition of intelligence, right? I think intelligence is like, I find your honesty refreshing. Thank you, Rabbit Hole Stacy. Appreciate you. I feel like the true measure of a person's intelligence is how fast they can go from the idea to the actual thing being in their hand. That to me is the measure of like how smart you are. How smart you are to me is like based on the speed in which it can go from an idea, from like conception to creation, right? That's why some people who like I perceive are geniuses are able to like say, I have an idea in my mind of a mathematical equation or something and draw it on a wall and get that shit all out. Or they could paint something. A painter could sit there and just paint that shit. Like, okay, cool. You went from an idea to a physical product you can sell right now in a split. What up, Ro? And I'm like, okay, cool. Like that to me shows that you're very smart, because I think that it's in the middle that most people fail. Most people have these ideas, but they never know how to get it out. So they jumble in the middle and they fall. And most people are falling through this hole because they don't know how to create it. You know what I'm saying? They can conceptualize something, but they can't create it. I know a lot of creative people that have great ideas, but they don't know how to make it come to life. You know what I'm saying? And that's where most creatives die. They die on the vine because they don't know how to bring it to life. You know? So I feel like that's a true measure of intelligence. Intelligence is like, okay, you have an idea for something. How fast can you go from that idea to it actually being a thing? And the faster you can do that, to me, lets me know where your IQ is. Like, you can be the smartest person in the world, but if you got ideas that don't come to fruition, you must not be that smart. Or you just don't have any drive or desire. But either way, all that intelligence is going to waste. Because you fill in your head with gibberish, because you're not going to make it real. So, like, stop thinking about that shit. Stop talking about it. Like, just either think about it and make it come to life, or, you know, you should just maybe be a philosopher. You know what I'm saying? Like, just sit there and write a whole bunch of haikus and shit. Maybe that's it. But, like, that to me is the measure of intelligence, right? And that was kind of just a side note, because we were talking about innovation and looking to the future. And I was just like, man, the people who can come up with these ideas and find the ways to bring them out in the real world, those are the ones that we rely on the most. Like, we all have cell phones. Somebody sacrificed their life for the cell phone. Multiple people, multiple hundreds of thousands of people sacrificed their lives for these cell phones. Like, thinking about the cobalt mines in the Congo and all these other places. The places are savages, bruh. And that's where all the cobalt and stuff comes up for these cell phones and these tablets. Like, I'm appreciative of it, but I also know it's like savage to get it. And it cost somebody their life just to get the materials to make this shit. We're not thinking about it, because for me, it just came out of a box. I just had to give them American money, and they gave me a box with a phone in it. But, like, it cost somebody their life to make it. And it cost Steve Jobs his life to push and make this shit. But the people who are, like, focused on how we make this better, bruh, there's so many different ways that the world that we live in today can be optimized. And I think that the biggest fight that's happening in the world right now is the powers that be. There's a power struggle. Susie, thank you so much for that. Yeah, y'all make sure to thank y'all for reminding me to do my whole live thing. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. Y'all make sure to help me reach these live goals up here. I need one more subscriber, so then I'm happy. And then I need 8 more of these hand heart things up here, and then I'm ultra happy. You feel me? Appreciate you. Thank you, Susie. Good afternoon, love. What up, Rolanda? Let me see. Boom. You went live on Instagram and TikTok at the same time. Yes, I did, bro. I'm live. I'm still live on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure this shit out. This shit was weird, but thank God for Google. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't want to be dumb, or rather, let me say this: I would like to be smart. I would like to be smart enough to where I can have an idea and it can come to life. And I found out how to do this shit. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna live stream on my phone. I'm gonna connect my phone to this program called OBS on my computer, and then just YouTube it. And the other smarter people already figured this shit out. They're like, yo, bro, go live on all platforms at once. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, and this is the one method I chose. And I'm like, yeah. So hopefully it works, and hopefully it's beneficial. Hopefully the conversation is able to like spread more. But yeah, I'm loving it. You make a valid point. The speed is the biggest detriment, right? A lot of people have ideas, but they die on the vine. You know, so it's like the speed at which you can go from an idea to an actual physical thing lets me know how smart you are. You know, that's my personal thing. Hello, everybody. What up, Ari? How you feeling? Yup. Some people just don't know how. It's the info that helps you build vision, reading, experience. That's very true, ET. Most people don't know how. You know what? I'm gonna show y'all this. There's this quote that I got on my wall that talks straight to this point. Like this quote right here that I got on my wall. Hold up. I'm gonna show you real quick. Hey, don't shit on philosophers now. Smoker, you so hot. Meow. Thank you for the meow. That's when your masculine energy comes into play. Feminine is the creativity and masculine is the action. Oh, that's dope. I like that. I can accept that. Let me see. Good afternoon, love. Good afternoon. What up, Rhonda Johnson? Ebony, exactly. I read a quote that talked about how the devil will keep you going back and forth between ideas to distract you from making a decision and chasing one choice that will change your life. Yo, bro, the devil deals in distractions. Everybody know that, man. And if you don't know that, then Ebony just put it in for you, and I can verify. What is it? I co-sign that. The devil deals in distractions, man. The devil will distract you from all the good shit that you got and make you focus on all that you don't got so that you sell your soul for some meaningless shit. Not knowing that you selling your soul, it's a paradox. You selling your soul so you can live a good life, not knowing you can't live a good life without a soul. So it's crazy. You're going to sell your soul, get there and realize food don't taste the same. The sun on your skin don't taste the same. The smile on somebody's face don't taste the same. The light in your eye don't taste the same. Your energy don't feel the same. Your breathing don't feel you don't feel the same. So never do that. Hey, what up, Des? Welcome to the live, Des. Thank you for the meow. It's crazy. Right. It was, let me see. Change your life. It was saying any choice is the choice you should do. Exactly. Somebody said that to me the other day. That was like, what you decide is not as half as important as deciding. Like, make a decision is more important than what you decide. Because either way, you're going to go somewhere. But not deciding, you're losing out on both options. You know what I mean? CX, what up? Kiara B. Hey, new here. What up, Kiara B? Welcome to the live. Yeah, Ebony. I didn't grow up in church, so that was like life-changing for me. That's what's up. I appreciate that, man. And I like when people share stuff like that, man. Because it's true. Like, the devil's going to keep you going back and forth on some bullshit treadmill and making it so that you're not making no progress. Like, you got to know, that's why knowledge and information is important, bro, because you got to know when to cut that shit out. I would definitely suggest reading this book called The War of Art. The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield is the single best book I've ever read, and that book changed my life forever. It's the #1 book I always recommend to people. If you want to change your life, just read that book, because that book will show you where the enemy is. It's a short book, too. He calls it resistance. He says it's a force of nature that keeps you down on the ground, just like gravity. Anytime you're trying to go from up to down, it's just an easy process. Bam! No, you're not going to feel nothing but the ground. Anytime you're trying to go from down to up, you're going to feel a lot of pain, pressure, worry, panic, doubt, fear, rejection, indecision, procrastination, health problems, all this shit. And he starts explaining to you what the symptoms are. Look, when you're going to go to be successful, all of these things are going to come your way. This is how you navigate that space. So I highly recommend reading that book. Tell you. Ashley Maddox. I didn't grow up in church. Right. Let me see. Thank you. Going to look into that book. I highly recommend it. Brown sugar so funny without even trying. Brown sugar, baby. Hey, brown sugar. I hope that doesn't catch on. I hope that doesn't catch on. CX, what's up, CX? I wonder why they blocked the hearts. You ain't lying. I was over here dying, then your comment took me out. I'm telling you. Name it again. The book is called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. Not The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Because a lot of people get it messed up. Oh, The Art of War. No, not The Art of War. The Art of War is written by Sun Tzu, ancient Chinese military strategist. Tupac read that book in jail. That's how I know about that book. That's The Art of War. I'm talking about The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. That's the book you want to read. If you ever seen a movie with Will Smith and Matt Damon called The Legend of Bagger Vance, that's also based on a book that he wrote. He's also like a fiction writer, but he wrote this dope ass book called The War of Art. And then he also wrote a book called Turning Pro, and he also wrote a book called Do the Work. He's essentially my favorite nonfiction writer. I'll tell you that straight up, because this nigga, he just gets to it. Stephen Pressfield, really old white guy, he keep it real in his books. I like it. And it's a short book too. It's a 3-part series. Technically, yeah. The War of Art is a 3-part series. Yeah, it is. It goes The War of Art number 1. I want to say Turning Pro is number 2, and Do the Work is number 3. I got Do the Work and Turning Pro over there, but bro, somebody keeps stealing my War of Art, bro. Every time I have one, somebody take that shit from me. Or it's the same person that keeps stealing it from me. I don't know, but either way, I don't have it, and I should. Light Brown Sugar. Oh, Lord. I hope it doesn't catch on. Waking Giant. What's up? Mr. T, thank you for the follow. Nah, man, this shit is real. Like, there's so many things that we could do in our lives to elevate our lives and push past our limits. You know, we just got to know that. We just got to know that we got the ability to do that. You feel me? I'll read to you. Am I saying your name right? Is it Susie? Because I keep saying Susie. Appreciate you, Susie. Just ordered it. Yo, you're going to love that book, bro. Kiara B, you're going to love that book. Susie. Okay, perfect. Appreciate you, Susie. I'm going to follow you back. Boom. Yeah, y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live and help me reach my live goal and these subscriber goals up here. And heart me. There should be some hearts at the top. You can heart me up too. Can you name the other book? What was the other book? Oh, you talking about in the series? It goes War of Art, Turning Pro, and Do the Work. I'll show y'all this one. These ones. The book is kind of dusty, but don't mirror it. So these are the sequels. This is what the book looks like, but this is not War of Art, but it looked like this. This is the sequel to it. This is Turning Pro by Stephen Pressfield. Tap your inner power and create your life's work. Man, this is a good book too, and this is another good one. This is the third one in the series called Do the Work. It's by Stephen Pressfield. And I gotta admit, bro, this guy knows how to design some books, cause that album art is just great. I mean, album art. That book cover is just great. But the War of Art looks just like these. It's like a white little book, and it's small, yo. Like, these pages be like, some page will be like just a paragraph. Like, look at this page. It's a damn paragraph. You feel me? Like, it's a short book, The War of Art, but it's so fire, man. Like, homie he talks about everything that a creative person goes through when you're trying to create something. Like, everything that you're going through, everything that you're about to experience. He talks about everything from top to bottom. And it's just real. It tells you, like, yo, look, resistance comes in the form of procrastination. Resistance comes in the form of needing to heal before you do your work. Resistance comes in the form of distraction. Resistance comes in this form, that form, this form. So you got to sit down and you got to do your work. He said, the hardest part for a writer is not writing. The hardest part for a writer is sitting down to write. And I was like, damn, that could be applied to everybody across the board. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we as a people, man, we got so many options and we got so many different things that we could be doing, you know? No, there was one you mentioned before. There was one that I mentioned before the War of Art. You talking about The Legend of Bagger Vance? Because I never read that. That's a book about golf, I think. And they turned it into a movie. And the only reason I even know about it because when I was a kid, I used to see the movie cover in my house. I was looking at Will Smith on his movie cover. I'm like, what the hell is this nigga doing in this movie? And I'm like, Fresh Prince, what he doing with Matt Damon? And I never saw the movie because I'm like, this shit looked boring. But I think it was about golf. But yeah. I'm trying to think of the other book. It was about finance. Are you talking about the Credit Secrets book? Oh, wait. You talking about Rich Dad Poor Dad? Richest Man in Babylon? Richest Man in Babylon is fire. So you read War of Art if you want to, like, overcome yourself. You read War of Art if you want to overcome the challenges that are coming your way, right? You're going to be met with a lot of challenges. Read War of Art if you want to overcome your challenges. Read How to Win Friends and Influence People if you want to learn how to work with people and essentially get people to, like, do what you need them to do. In an honorable way. Like, you're not using people. You're just saying, hey, How to Win Friends and Influence People, written by Dale Carnegie, just shows you how to, like, communicate with people and navigate, like, social interactions with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, How to Win Friends and Influence People is fire. It's an old ass book too, but it's fire. I like reading these old books because I feel like the new ones are watered down, or the new ones like, I want to get the information straight from the source. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's old language, I want to read this. So, War of Art is good for overcoming. When you read War of Art, you're gonna be like, damn, yo, I feel all this shit. Every time you try to go and do something and something bad comes, and you're like, oh, maybe it's God. Maybe God doesn't want me to go down this right. It's like, nah, bro, keep going. That's not God. That's resistance. Something is positioning itself to stop you from getting your good. Don't let it stop you. Keep going. It's gonna show you how to overcome your blocks. How to Win Friends and Influence People is going to show you how to communicate with other people and really like get a vibe with people and really like be able to build a good team and really get like understanding with other people, which is so vitally important because you're never going to accomplish any of your dreams by yourself. That's a straight up lie. Like I could sit here and say I want to be the biggest TikTok influencer in the world. Cool. If I turn this TikTok on and nobody's in here, bro, I'm the biggest star nobody ever heard of. Straight up. Like you need people at every stage of everything. I need people helping me all day. So you're gonna need to work with others. So you gotta find out how to be a good person and do good for other people and have them do good for you. And then read Richest Man in Babylon if you want to get your money right. Like that's a book straight about money. It talks about the energy of money. It talks about the frequency of money, and it just talks about the practical application of money. Save 10% of all you earn, and then when that 10% grows enough, use it for profitable investments. It says, yo, your money is a slave for you to use as you would like. It's an employee that never needs sleep. It never needs rest. It doesn't need a vacation. It doesn't need maternity leave. Like it's a worker for you. Use your money to work for you to go out and make more money. That's the purpose of money. Myron Golden even said it. He said the difference between poor people, middle class people, and rich people are what they believe that the uses of money are. Poor people believe that the uses of money are just to pay bills and survive. Middle class people think that the use of money is to buy things on credit and then use the money that I made to pay off my credit to maintain my good credit. Rich people know that the real use of money is to make money, use the money to make more money. That's the difference between like the poor people, middle class, rich. Poor people like, yo, I'm just gonna pay off my bills and just kind of live in this rat race. Get the money, pay my bills. These people like, okay, I'm gonna get money, I'm gonna use my credit for everything and maintain my credit, maintain my decent credit. That's all I care about, maintaining good credit and paying my shit off. And then the rich people are like, yo, I know the real purpose of money is to use this money to make more money. Money multiplies itself if you use it properly. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than a fruit and some seed. I can go and buy an apple, oranges, or whatever the case may be. I can harvest all the seeds that are embedded inside of it. Inside of this fruit is embedded with the materials to multiply itself. Embedded inside of the fruit. That's so good. Embedded inside of whatever this is. Embedded inside of the fruit and embedded inside of this money is the ingredients for it to multiply itself. All I got to do is harvest those ingredients and replant them. When you make money, all you got to do is understand, yo, this thing naturally and inherently has the ability to multiply itself. All I got to do is harvest that value, save it up, stack it up, and then plant it again. Replant this. Now I'm going to make a money tree. That's so good. And that's the concept. That's Richest Man in Babylon. Read that book. And you can also read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's also really good. Read that one too. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is really for like Americans. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki. It really just talks about how he had a rich dad and a poor dad. His poor dad was his actual dad as a kid. And his rich dad was his best friend's dad. And he got to study both of them. His poor dad was somebody who was really just about going to school. He said, go to school, get a good education so you can work at a good company one day and have a good retirement, get good benefits. His rich dad was like, learn financial literacy so one day you can buy good companies. End of story. His dad was a teacher and this guy was an entrepreneur. His dad died with nothing but debt and, you know, not a lot of money in the bank and frustrated and, you know, a little bit of retirement. And this guy died and he left his family nothing but assets. He left them houses, he left them cars, he left them businesses, and more importantly, he left them with all the knowledge that he had about how to manage and maneuver those businesses. So they were his children were naturally able and ready when they were adults to multiply the business because they understood it since they were children. So the book Rich Dad Poor Dad is really good because it's like a compare and contrast about like, yo, this is what most people are teaching you. Go to school, get this education so you can live in this environment that is very fickle and very temporary. It's actually not safe in this environment. It's actually way more risky because you're putting all your eggs in a basket of whatever industry you're working in. And if that industry falls, so are you. That's why all these recessions come out of nowhere because motherfuckers put so much interdependence on their job and what they got their degree in, not knowing that their degree might be worth nothing in the near future. Why? Because some innovation is going to come out that's going to make your job null and void. That's going to make your job outdated and antiquated. It's going to make your job obsolete. Obsolete's the best word. And so it's like, damn. So like, you don't really want to focus on those things. You want to focus on the best thing that you can provide to the people. Like the best thing that, like monetizing yourself is the most valuable area of interest that you should put all your energy into. How can I monetize myself? How can I find a way to do something that I love to do that's going to bring me in a lot of money and provide value for people, so much so that they're paying me exponentially more than I could make anywhere else? And then how do I turn that into a system? How do I empower other people to join this force? And now I'm giving other people ways and means to feed their family based on my passion. And that's where That's where the thinking starts. And then that's when you like really start, okay, cool, I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna get a team together. I'm gonna put it. And then you're gonna be met with a lot of failure. You're gonna be met with a lot of ass kicking. But if you stay with it long enough and you make those pivots and those adjustments, eventually you'll look at your life and you'll be like, yo, I really charted it out on my own, got the information I needed, met the right people, put myself out there, got the clients, got everything that I needed, and now my system is fully functional. I can leave it and it's still good. Or I can do what all good business leaders do, and as I'm building the company, also have my exit strategy in there as well, and I can just leave that business and go to another business. Or I can just do nothing. I can sell it. I can sell this business for $35 million and, you know, live off the interest for the rest of my life. I don't need much. Who cares? So yeah, it's a lot. It's a bunch. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would say those, man. War of Art, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Richest Man in Babylon, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I want to say there's another book that's fire, bro. And The Alchemist. I always tell people to read The Alchemist because The Alchemist is just good for your soul. I feel like the Alchemist is just a story about a kid. And I won't go into it because if I start telling the story about this kid, I'm just going to keep going. But like, The Alchemist is a great story. It's a great story. It's a story about a kid. I'm not going to go into the story. I did this once. I was at my homeboy's house. And there's a bunch of homies in there. And we just sitting there talking. And somebody asked me about The Alchemist. I was like, bro, I just read this book called The Alchemist. Shit, fire. It's about this kid. He's a shepherd boy in Andalusia, and he ends up having this dream about treasure in Egypt, and he ain't never been to Egypt, so he wake up, and he's like, man, fuck that, he's just gonna go and try to like chill with this girl that he like, and then this old man ends up talking to him and reading his future and showing him all this stuff, so he ends up selling his sheep, going to Egypt, he get robbed the first day in Egypt, and then now, you know, his life is in shambles, but it's like, it shows you all these different things about how this boy goes, and he finds an alchemist, he learns this stuff from the alchemist, and he pretty much is he had a dream about treasure, and the book is about him chasing that dream for the treasure and all the lessons that he learned on the way of chasing that treasure. You know what I'm saying? And it's a fire book. Money multiplies itself if you use it properly. Absolutely. DJ, what up? What up, DJ? Yes, that's why I've been making changes. Your advice is very helpful. Thank you, Naily Nails. Thank you, Naily. Motivation. Motivation and financial talks. I'm taking notes. Straight up. Thank you for blessing my morning. I'll catch y'all later. Gonna go center and get ready for the gym. All right, Nay, I'll see you later. Yeah, I actually got to jump off the live too. Peace, God. Manny, thank you for the follow. Yeah. All right, I'm actually about to jump off this live. This has been a good one. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I got to jump off and get busy on some work. We got this concert happening this weekend in Miami. If y'all in Miami, pull up to the concert. If not, then I'm going to see how I can stream it live. But yeah, this has been awesome. If y'all not already subscribed to me, if y'all not already following me, then follow, subscribe. Let's get it popping. And yeah, let's keep doing what we're doing, man. I appreciate these talks. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Did y'all enjoy this talk? I hope y'all got it popping. I hope y'all liked it. Let me see. Boo Queen. Peace, Boo. Boo Queen. Boom. I don't know why they filtered. Nope. Blessings. Yup. All right, I'm going to see y'all later, man. Y'all have a great day. Peace, peace, peace. And I'm out of here. I didn't reach my live goal, so I think I'm going to jump back on later tonight so I can knock that live goal out the park. But until then, I will see y'all later. Peace. Have a good day. If you're not already follow me. And I'll see y'all later. Ashley Maddox, have an amazing day. If I can get the day off, I'm coming to the concert. Yo, for sure. Come through, man. It's going to be an amazing concert. We got rehearsals tomorrow night. And then we got another rehearsal on Saturday. So, you know, we rehearsing like crazy to make sure, like, yo, it's going to be a vibe. Me, live band, live vendors, food, drinks, dopeness. It's going to be amazing. So I hope that you can make it there. You know what I mean? Limitlessly me. Hey there. Have a blessed day, Limitlessly. Hope you have an amazing day. Boom. I'm going to see y'all later. You have a good time. Nelly Nails. I'm going to follow you too. Boom. All right. I'm jumping off the live. Y'all already follow me. Like, comment, subscribe, do the whole nine. Follow me on Instagram too. And I'm gonna see y'all later. Have a good night. Have a good day. I was gonna say have a good night. Have a good day. And yeah, peace. I'm gonna see y'all later. Have a good one.